But I've just seen too many times with especially starting pitchers that the rehab just takes a lot longer than any of us hope it will. So I'm holding my breath and hoping that their instincts are correct.
Yes, and on the subject of rehabbing starting pitchers, you got Brayan Bell0, who's had 2 great starts already so far. A Twins lineup that you got some guy, Cora and Buxton have been hitting home runs, but very low on base percentages, giving a lot of at-bats away. Could this be another opportunity for Bell0 to go out and flex a little bit?
It should be, and I mean, he needs to do what he has done the last couple of starts, and that is pound the zone, right? I mean, you just can't be walking these Minnesota Twins. They are just not that good of an offense. They don't have a deep lineup. You always worry about Correa sort of in the big moment.
Right.
But other than that, I mean, you look up and down their lineup, and it just doesn't feel like the great lineups in Major League Baseball. And that's just calling it like you see it, right? So it's left-handed. They got a couple switch hitters in there, and that can be a challenge. It makes the changeup a super important pitch for Bell0, and he's not had a good changeup by his standards in like 2 years. And that was interesting to me last time. He threw the changeup like 90-91. That is too hard for that pitch for him. He needs more separation for it. And I think it sort of dances around a little bit more when he doesn't throw it quite as hard. But this is a bottom half of the league offense. They've scored the 18th most runs. They really don't slug. They're in the bottom 7 there. So yeah, the table is set for the Red Sox to have some good outings on the mound, and I'm excited to see Hunter Dobbins again tomorrow. I'm sure we'll talk about him before the game mañana, but he's been great, and I expect Bell0 to challenge these hitters tonight.
Yeah, I've become a big Dobbins fan myself. That is the voice of Will Fleming. He's on the call tonight with Mike Monaco, and you'll hear them in just a little bit. Will, great to talk with you as always. Look forward to the call of the game.
Thanks, Christian. Be well.
Okay, you too. That is Will Fleming, voice of the Red Sox, putting them under the spotlight there with that open. I ambushed them there with that with the Alex Cora quote at the beginning. Good old-fashioned ambush journalism. I know he appreciated that. Anyways, coming up, we will have Will Fleming, who you just heard. He'll sit down with Alex Cora. It's presented by your New England Ford dealers. I'm Christian Hurricane. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. We're back with Alex Cora.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino.
Download it.
Want to pull off the season's freshest trends? You just need the right shoes. That's where Designer Shoe Warehouse comes in. Loving wide-leg jeans? Pair them with sleek, low-profile sneakers. Obsessed with the sheer trend? Try it with mesh flats. Feeling boho? Comfy sandals nail the whole free-spirited thing. Find on-trend shoes from the brands you love, like Birkenstock, Nike, Adidas, and more at DSW.
20% off sunglasses from Shadon Precision Eyewear. Hurry over to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use promo code SPRING. See better and play better with Shadon. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com. Promo code SPRING.
Get your family four-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place are rough.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Ever walk into a room and forget why you're there? Misplace your keys more than you like to admit? Our brain slows down as we age. Protect it now while you still can with Live Good's Methylene Blue, the nootropic everyone's talking about to boost focus, memory, and mental energy. Live Good makes the purest, highest quality methylene blue. No fillers, no junk, just clean, brain-boosting power. Stay sharp, think faster, and protect your brain long-term. Go to livegood.com and shop all of Live Good's products at the lowest prices anywhere.
You don't want vacation to end, but with Amex Platinum, you earn 5 times membership rewards points on prepaid hotels and more booked through AmexTravel.com. So you're already planning the next one. Book your room with fine hotels and resorts through Amex Travel and get an upgrade when available. Plus guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout, so you have time to check out the pool before flying off to what's next. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/with Amex CST 1022-318.
Lowe's helps refresh your garden in time for Mother's Day. Right now, get 5 bags of 1.5 cubic foot Scott's Naturescapes mulch for just $10. Plus, select 1.5 gallon annuals hanging baskets make the perfect gift. Now 2 for only $15. The best garden starts with great deals. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/7. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase.
Some people follow the rules, but where's the fun in that? I'm Soraya, and this is Rule Breakers, the podcast where we celebrate the rebels, the risk takers, and the ones who make their own way. Every week, I sit down with the boldest voices in sports, entertainment, and beyond to talk about breaking barriers, defying expectations, and rewriting the rules. No limits, no apologies, just real talk. Follow and listen to Rule Breakers with Soraya, an Odyssey podcast available now for free on the Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
It's time to start finding things we need for the summer. Where did you put those seashell hair clips you bought on Main Street in Hyannis last year? Don't forget to break out the floating beer pong table. It's also time to find money for the summer that you may have coming to you don't even know about. Enter your name at findmassmoney.gov. It's estimated 1 out of every 10 people have unclaimed property. It only takes 30 seconds to search your name. Extra money for the summer would be really nice. Put your name in at findmassmoney.gov. It's fast, easy, and it's free.
This is Alex Cora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Welcome back. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Christian Arcand. Red Sox and the Twins opening up a 3-game series at Fenway Park this weekend. And before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora. Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Hurry in to get employee pricing on the full lineup of vehicles Ford from America for America. Here with the manager, Alex Cora, is the voice of the Red Sox, Will Fleming.
Minnesota Twins in town, and with the manager, Alex Cora. A couple rough ones in a row. You played well north of the border, and uncharacteristic. Some of your big horses in the bullpen just gave it up a little bit. You were just talking about the sequence at the end of the game with Vladdy. You got a base open. Can you just walk our listeners through the thought process there?
Yeah, I think it's more about us than actually who was at the plate. You know, you got to trust your players. Slade is one of the best we have. That's the reason he was there. We just didn't execute. You know, a 1-2 breaking ball, and a 3-2 breaking ball. He had him 0-2. You know, and if he executes the pitches, we're not having this conversation, right? But the reality is he didn't hung a breaking ball. He was down close to him, hit out of the ballpark, and understandably so. You know, people are gonna second guess, quote unquote, the decision, and I can deal with that. But like I told you a few weeks ago, this is the way we're gonna manage. You have to trust your players. You have to be patient. You know, of course, every game counts. And but I want to make sure our guys understands that I have their back. You know, I'm gonna put them in situations that we believe they're gonna be successful. And I think from yesterday, Justin Slater is better today. You know, he learned from that one. It might happen again, but we know that we have to execute that breaking ball, and that's the way I see it.
You guys have gotten hitters in a lot of bad counts, 0-2 all over the place, and then it seems like it's been secondary stuff that's been hit out. Is there an ongoing sort of conversation about that?
Yeah, we talk about it, and you know, people might see the breaking ball, oh, he hung it again, you know, but honestly, you know, in that sequence against Vladdy, there were a lot of fastballs. Yeah. And I know we dominated him throughout the day with fastballs, but maybe throw that breaking ball earlier in the count, down in the zone, can set up another pitch. But those are conversations that happens all the time. We talk about it, and like I said, we get better and we move forward.
You're always paying attention to the body language of all your guys, but particularly your starting pitcher. It looked like after about 5 seconds that Tanner was a different dude on the mound last night. He was into it, wasn't he?
Yeah, and I can tell you, even before that, in the meeting, pregame meeting, the way he talked, I was like, oh, there's a lot of conviction tonight. And he actually executed his game plan. Used that two-seamer at will. He was throwing very hard, was able to expand with the breaking ball, and gave us more than enough last night.
Isn't it amazing in this sport how so often body language and mentality can translate to results?
Yeah, and success, right? We always talk about the process, and me and Mikey Lowe, we used to laugh, because Donnie Coxton, who works for the Dallas Mavericks, their mental skill coach, he used to be with us here. He was like, I'd rather go 0 for 4 with 4 line drives. And we're like, no. Give me 4 bloop singles. I feel very good. And then the next day I'm going to feel better. And then momentum takes off. But I think the last part of the game in Cleveland helped Tanner out. And, yesterday he was outstanding.
Early in the year, Bregman had a couple huge games, and obviously he's led by example, and he's been everything you wanted. But this is the best version of him at the plate, isn't it?
Yeah. He preparation, man. This guy, you see him on a plane, you see him on the bus. He's baseball 24/7, and he's family. That's it. And he wants to be great. He wants his team to be great. He wants his teammates to be successful. And so far, he's been awesome.
It's crazy. He's in the dugout 45 minutes before the game staring at the field. He's on the airplane looking at heat maps and stuff. Does that stuff rub off on younger players?
He learned that one from Altuve. Visualize before the game starts. Just look out there and see how many hits you're going to get. And Altuve used to do that. And all those guys follow Altuve, but it was earlier. I talked to them, and this is something I learned with Tito. When I got here to Boston, Tito will come out at 6:30. I do the same thing. I did it as a player. There's a lot of great conversations that happen 40 minutes before the game, and we go over stuff. We talk about the game. We talk about situations, and he executes, man. And little by little, you see the guys following him. KC out there early, Sedan getting out there early. Same thing with Rafi when he was playing third base. He was the first one out there. The good ones, they're stretching and playing catch early. Pay attention to that. You'll see it.
Did you hear that Altuve is asking to hit second because he doesn't like the run-in from left field?
I'll tell you a story about Xander Bogaerts. I won't tell you tonight because we don't want to waste it, but there's a good one to Xander, and people are going to be like, what?
I love it. His Padres are red hot. Walker Buehler got some imaging today. What's the latest on him?
Yeah, shoulder inflammation. So hopefully he misses 2 starts and he'll be back with us. We're not too concerned. He doesn't look too concerned. So just attack it the right way and be ready.
What about KC? I mean, it's a weird thing. Rib soreness. What's going on there?
Yeah, just basically like a back spasm, to be honest with you. Happened yesterday. Obviously, tough night to travel. We got in late, and he's feeling better. Stay away from him today, and hopefully he'll play tomorrow.
Looked like Hamilton took your advice. He was himself. He looked ready, didn't he?
He did a good job. Played great defense, ran the bases well, contributed in the batter's box, and he's out there tonight again.
Lastly, Bello, it's sort of a similar thing with Houck. It seems like maybe there can be some carryover. And is it really, again, with Bello, is it the sinker that dominates everything?
Yeah, especially against them. This team, they're very patient. They're looking for pitches up in the zone to drive. So hopefully we can execute the plan, use the sinker and the changeup, and give us 6 or 7 innings.
Well, we appreciate the teaser of a bogey story to come. Thanks so much and good luck.
Okay, Will.
Looking forward to hearing that story, too. That was Alex Cora with Will Fleming. By the way, you can watch Red Sox pregame on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. You heard Cora there talking about some injuries and potential return dates. I got an update on all of that here for you. With Walker Buehler, the right shoulder inflammation will put him on the 15-day injured list. He may just miss 2 starts. but hopefully it's just that. Christian Campbell and his right rib discomfort was scratched just an hour before the game yesterday. Alex Cora thinks that he'll be in the lineup tomorrow, potentially. And for Masataka Yoshida, not a great update there. Apparently Yoshida not responding to his throwing program the way the Red Sox had hoped he would. He underwent an MRI on his surgically repaired shoulder today as he continues to deal with that right shoulder labrum tear. Coming up, we still got the Herb Chambers starting lineups. We have your Subaru scoreboard update, and we will I'll lick my wounds a little bit here as I came up just short again in the lock of the game. But I got a fresh one for you tonight, and I think it's a real winner. So we'll get to that right after this. It's the Mass Mutual pregame show. I'm Christian Arcand. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino. Download it.
20% off sunglasses from Shadon Precision Eyewear. Hurry over to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use promo code SPRING. See better and play better with Shadon. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com. Promo code SPRING.
Get your family four-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place a rock.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
You don't want vacation to end, but with Amex Platinum, you earn 5 times membership rewards points on prepaid hotels and more booked through AmexTravel.com. So you're already planning the next one. Book your room with fine hotels and resorts through Amex Travel and get an upgrade when available. Plus guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout, so you have time to check out the pool before flying off to what's next. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/with AmexCST 10222318.
Lowe's helps refresh your garden in time for Mother's Day. Right now, get 5 bags of 1.5 cubic foot Scott's Naturescapes mulch for just $10. Plus, select 1.5 gallon annuals hanging baskets make the perfect gift. Now 2 for only $15. The best garden starts with great deals. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/7. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase.
Some people play by the rules, but the real game changers break them. I'm Soraya, and on Rule Breakers, we're talking to the risk takers, the rebels, and the ones rewriting the playbook. Follow and listen to Rule Breakers with Soraya on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
This is Jeffrey Glassman. For 4 generations, my family has called New England home. My grandfather taught me to always care for people and fight for what's right. At Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, that's exactly what we do. When you're hurt in a car crash, we fight big insurance companies to make sure you get the money you deserve. We care, we fight to win, and we don't get paid unless you do. Hurt? You gotta get Glassman. Call 617-777-7777.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
iZurvey is proven to slow GA progression.
iZurvey gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacin-capted Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Welcome back to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Christian Arcand here with you. The Red Sox and the Minnesota Twins getting your first look at them this season. You get a lot of looks at them during the Grapefruit League, as they're arch rivals in Grapefruit League play. But it's first time seeing them so far in the regular season. They will see them 5 more times after this 3-game series here at Fenway Park. Let's go ahead and get to the Herb Chambers starting lineups. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. For the Red Sox, leading off in left field is Jarren Duran. He'll be followed by the DH, Rafael Devers. Alex Bregman, who is white hot right now, will bat third and play third base. He's got an 11-game hit streak and has driven in 10 runs in his last 10 games. Willie Abreu batting cleanup in right field, followed by Trevor Story at short. Tristan Casas batting 6th at first base. Connor Wong, his first game back since April 7th. He's been dealing with a broken finger. He will bat 7th and do the catching. David Hamilton at 2nd, batting 8th, and Ceddanne Rafaela will bat 9th and play center field behind the starter, Brayan Bell0. For the Twins, leading off in left field is Trevor Larnach. He'll be followed by Byron Buxton in center. Brooks Lee, your third baseman and third batter in the lineup, followed by the sometimes dangerous, though not so much this year, Carlos Correa at short, who will bat cleanup. Ty France in the 5 spot at first base. He'll be followed by Edward Julian at second. Ryan Jeffers doing the catching. Mickey Gasper at DH, and according to my research, Mickey Gasper, one of 2 active ball players in the majors named Mickey. The other one, Mickey Moniak of the Colorado Rockies. Follow me on Twitter for more facts about baseball players named Mickey. Also, Harrison Bader will bat 9th and play right field behind the starting pitcher, who is Joe Ryan. It's time now for the Subaru scoreboard update. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Some games delayed that should have gotten started already, as there is some weather in the Rust Belt. I feel like I'm saying that every night. But in Cincinnati and in Pittsburgh, you got delays in the top of the first inning. Big rain all throughout there, as the Reds and Nationals are waiting it out. Pirates and the Padres waiting it out as well. One other game in progress, that's down in Philadelphia, where the Phillies are hosting the Diamondbacks. They're in the top of the first inning. Diamondbacks threatening already. They have 2 runners on and 2 out. Still to come tonight, the Kansas City Royals will pay a visit to the Baltimore Orioles. Michael Wacha and Dean Kramer, your starters there. The Tampa Bay Rays visit the New York Yankees for some AL East action. Ryan Pepio and Max Fried are your starting pitchers in that one. Closing it out for the AL East, packed slate of games tonight. The Toronto Blue Jays will play host to the Cleveland Guardians. Logan Allen getting the start for Cleveland. Chris Bassett on the hill for the Jays. Still to come tonight, a 7:10 start time in Miami. The A's and the Marlins. Gunnar Hoglund against Valente Beloso. You have the Dodgers visiting the Braves. That's a 7:15 start time. Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Grant Holmes are your starters there. Houston and Chicago, they'll get started at 7:40. An 8:05 start time in Arlington for the Rangers and the Mariners. Brian Wu and Jack Leiter, your starters there. Ben Brown and Quinn Priester, old friend Quinn Priester, will be the starting pitchers in Milwaukee as the Brewers host the Cubs. The St. Louis Cardinals will get a visit from the New York Mets. They're getting underway at 8:15. It's Clay Holmes and Sonny Gray, your starters there. Nice pitching matchup in Anaheim as Tariq Skubal will be on the mound for Detroit. One of the better teams in the American League, as they visit one of the not-so-great teams in the American League, the LA Angels, who will have Jose Soriano on the mound. And the last game to tell you about, that would be the Colorado Rockies, Mickey Moniak's Colorado Rockies, and the San Francisco Giants, who get underway at Oracle Park at 10:15. And now it's time for the lock of the game, which is presented by Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit them online at newenglandmetalroofing.com and never re-roof again. Now, folks, I gave you 2 picks last night, and I missed on them both. However, my heart was in the right place with the Jarren Duran one. I just had too many bases. All right, it's just the one base. That's all. I shouldn't have gotten greedy. So tonight I'm going to simplify it. One pick to rule them all, and I'm riding the hot hand. That's what I'm doing, Joe Braverman. Alex Bregman has 10 RBIs in his last 10 games. He's on an 11-game hit streak. I am going to go with Alex Bregman to drive in a run tonight, which, depending on which of these apps that you use, you can find for various odds. The best I found was plus 145 on FanDuel, although that may have moved since I entered this. Anyway, Bregman, RBI. He's too hot right now, I think, to cool off, even with Joe Ryan, who's a very good pitcher. And, Barrios is a good pitcher, too, and Bregman was able to get to him. So that's going to be my pick. How is he going to drive in the run? I'm going to say another RBI double. He had an RBI double. I'm not going to go with an anytime home run. I feel like that's asking too much. Although he is kind of could he be due for one? I don't know. He hit 2 in like 2 games previous to that. So maybe no more home runs, but I think he's still swinging a hot bat. He's at Fenway. I'm thinking a double off the wall that's going to drive in the run. There you go. Lock it up. Alex Bregman, RBI tonight. All right, I'm Christian Arcand. This has been the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Do not go anywhere. In just a moment, Will Fleming and Mike Monaco bring you the first pitch between the Red Sox and the Twins. That's coming your way next, right here on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino. Download it.
20% off sunglasses from Shadon Precision Eyewear. Hurry over to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use promo code SPRING. See better and play better with Shadon. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com. Promo code SPRING.
Most people would rather remove a nest of irate hornets than search for auto and home insurance. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. I think I'll wait inside.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place erupts.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Help Blue Buffalo and Best Friends Animal Society find forever homes for shelter pets. When you buy select bags of Blue Tastefuls, Blue Life Protection Formula, and Blue Nudges dog treats from Walmart, Blue Buffalo will make a donation to Best Friends. Purchase Blue Buffalo at Walmart today. Blue Buffalo will donate 50 cents up to $550,000 to Best Friends Animal Society for every 5-pound bag of Blue Tastefuls dry cat food or Blue Life Protection Formula dry dog food, and for every 16-ounce bag of Nudges dog treats purchased at Walmart from April 1st to May 25th, 2025.
You don't want vacation to end, but with Amex Platinum, you earn 5 times membership rewards points on prepaid hotels and more booked through AmexTravel.com. So you're already planning the next one. Book your room with fine hotels and resorts through Amex Travel and get an upgrade when available. Plus guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout, so you have time to check out the pool before flying off to what's next. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/with AmexCST 1022318.
Lowe's helps refresh your garden in time for Mother's Day. Right now, get 5 bags of 1.5 cubic foot Scott's Naturescapes mulch for just $10. Plus, select 1.5 gallon annuals hanging baskets make the perfect gift. Now 2 for only $15. The best garden starts with great deals. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/7. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase.
Too fast, Trevor, too fast.
Here at the Zebra, research shows people would rather teach their kids to drive than search for auto and home insurance.
I know what I'm doing, Mom.
Or attend a corporate team building workshop.
Go team, feel that synergy.
Or be regaled by Uncle Frank's conspiracy theories.
They're listening to us right now.
That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. We do the searching, you do the saving.
Shh, they're here.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app. This is... Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios.
Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, Frank Lee, it's over.
And the Red Sox win on a wall double by Devers.
Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
And Hideo Nomo's pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella. Here for good.
Devers is homered in 5 straight.
Buy cars for kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike three, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Trey Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone. Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist. Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on.
Goodbye, Christian Campbell.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Mike Monaco.
On a spectacular Friday night at America's most beloved ballpark, Fenway, the Red Sox happy to be home, and they play the first of a 3-game series with the visiting Minnesota Twins. Both these teams smarting a little bit after a couple bullpen meltdowns. The Sox come off a 3-3 road trip through Cleveland and Toronto. Sox 1 game above 500. Meantime, the Minnesota Twins with Rocco Baldelli at the helm come in 6 below, and they just got devastated in a couple late-inning failures in Cleveland. They're 13-19 are the Twinkies. Thrilled to be back with Mike Monaco. I'm Will Fleming here at Fenway Park. The Red Sox, Mike, have played very well in this ballpark, particularly of late. And with the way the last 2 went in Toronto, this place has got to be a sight for sore eyes.
First of all, great to be with you, Will. It's awesome to be at Fenway anytime you're here. And yeah, it has to be a sight for sore eyes the way the last couple of days went. You were there, obviously, up in Toronto, and you felt like it could have been a whole lot better than a 3-3 trip. Felt like maybe you could get 5, maybe get 6 if we're getting greedy here. And you talked about it with Christian pregame, a couple of really good and important starting pitching performances that kind of get lost in the shuffle because of those bullpen meltdowns.
Well, they'll hope for another good one tonight because Brayan Bell0 is on the mound for the 3rd time. in this season. And they got a tough customer on the mound in Joe Ryan. He's pitched very well against the Red Sox, coming off one of the great starts of his career last time out against the LA Angels. Time now for the national anthem, which is brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com, where you'll find stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers, helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
Joining the Red Sox on the field are Anthem All-Stars from the Ocean State Dragons 11U team. And now, here to perform the national anthem is a remarkable 9-year-old from Northborough, Massachusetts, who has won national and international vocal competitions. With talent, passion, and poise beyond her years, please welcome Mirabelle Pan Weston.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
That was awesome. If Brayan Bell0 takes a page out of Mirabelle Pan Weston's book tonight, we're all in for a good time.
You know, at first I was thinking she is an eye short of a legendary Red Sox name in Mirabelle, but Mirabelle's got her own thing going. She had left hand on the microphone, right hand just working the crowd.
Unclear if she could catch Tim Wakefield, but she certainly can sing the national anthem. The Red Sox and the Minnesota Twins, Bell0 and Ryan. Brian is still warming up in the home bullpen out in right center field, so I think forecasting it out, probably start a touch behind schedule. Joe Ryan is a tough guy on the mound. He's coming off an 11 strikeout, 27 swing and miss outing, Mike, and so I think just on a top level here, that's one of the real stories to follow in this game. The Red Sox, when they don't strike out, they win, but Ryan's been missing a lot of bats lately.
Yeah, there was 10 punch-outs for the Sox offensively last night in that finale up north in Toronto, and Ryan's just been awesome. It's his 5th year in the big leagues, his 4th full season. You mentioned the 11 strikeouts Sunday against the Angels being one of the best outings of his career. He did it all on just 98 pitches, and the norm for him is be around the strike zone. He's been one of the best through the years at limiting walks. It's great command, really fun personality as well, the California right-hander. So yeah, tall task for the Red Sox going up against him.
And the Twins told us he had some very interesting things to say about his last start. We'll get into that as the broadcast goes along. Wilyer Abreu, who's playing catch-out in the outfield. Trevor Story running sprints. Masataka Yoshida was here today. Just to get you caught up, Masa had an MRI today on his shoulder. It has just not improved quickly enough for the Red Sox liking. Walker Buehler, he too got imaging on his right pitching shoulder. It's shoulder inflammation, no real structural damage. Alex Cora said they don't think it's too big a deal but you still hate it anytime one of your top starters goes down.
Yeah, just in the last hour, they have officially placed him on the injured list. And that's what Alex Cora said with the media pregame, that they don't think it's serious. They're hopeful that Buehler will just miss 2 starts. Obviously, he was going to go tonight, so Bello slides into tonight's opener and gets the start. It's going to be Dobbins who fills in tomorrow, but Alex Cora reiterated he's not too concerned about it. Brandon Henry, the trainer's not too concerned about it as well, but I know you preached some caution when you chatted with Christian pregame, and I think that's what you have to do with any sort of pitching injury like that.
They said the same thing yesterday, and oftentimes if it's going to be a long-haul IL stint, the trainers have this way of knowing pretty quickly. So we'll hold our breath and hope that that is indeed the way it plays out for Walker Buehler. Bello is now done with his warm-up tosses. He's got Connor Wong, who's back off the injured list. The Red Sox activated him today. Blake Sabol down to AAA. We'll get to the starting lineups and everything else in just a minute, Mike, but it has to be said that with Connor Wong on the injured list, Carlos Narvaez did a fantastic job, in some ways better than expected, and I think he'll push Wong for playing time.
Yeah, and Alex Cora got asked about that pregame, and he said, we're going to go day by day and see how the catching rotation shakes out, and I know Alex Cora has said that previous to today as well, that's kind of the expectation. I'm really excited to lay eyes my first time on Narvaez when he does get back out there this weekend and work, because by all accounts, and you've been talking about it, maybe the best defensive catcher in the big leagues right now, and that's pretty high-end skill, very involved with the game planning. Sounds like a special guy from the defensive side of things, but good to see Connor Wong back for the first time in 3.5 weeks.
Indeed. It's so hard to find good defensive catchers, and the Red Sox definitely have one in Narvaez. The umpires meet. Ramon Vasquez and Rocco Baldelli exchange the lineup cards. So, Michael, how about tonight's starting lineups?
I have waited a while for this, Will. It's time for the Morgan & Morgan starting lineups, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. So let's meet tonight's players. First for the Twins, who you mentioned, they are scuffling 13-19 on the season. And for the manager, Rocco Baldelli, it looks like this. Former first-rounder Trevor Larnach leads off in left. Byron Buxton, an all-star 3 years ago, bats second in center. Brooks Lee, former top 10 pick, is a switch hitter. He bats third and plays third. The cleanup man is the shortstop, the 3-time All-Star Carlos Correa. Ty France bats fifth and plays first, the 30-year-old who is swinging it well. Edward Julian bats sixth. He's the second baseman. Ryan Jeffers is in the 7th spot and does the catching, and he's going to shoulder more of the load behind the plate over old friend Christian Vasquez. Mickey Gasper bats in the 8th spot, the DH, who Sox fans will remember made his major league debut with the Red Sox in August of last season, and the sure-handed right fielder batting 9th is Harrison Bader, with, like we said, Joe Ryan on the mound. Late night for the Red Sox getting home from Canada, and for Alex Cora and his group, it looks like this today. Jarren Duran leads off in left. Rafael Devers follows in the 2 spot and DHs. Alex Bregman is cooking. He has exceeded expectations. He plays third and bats third. Wilyer Abreu's had a great start to the season. The right fielder's in the cleanup spot. Trevor Story bats fifth and plays short. Tristan Casas is at first, batting 6th. Will told you Connor Wong returns from the broken finger and bats 7th and does the catching with Bello. David Hamilton got the start last night and performed well. He bats 8th and plays 2nd. And Cesar Rafaela jogs out to center field. He bats 9th for the Red Sox. Tonight's Speed Report is brought to you by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store today to check out the latest deals. And Brayan Bell0 is on the bump. His 3rd start of the season, as Will told you. So far, the sinker is sitting 95-96, throwing it a little bit less in these first couple of starts than he did last year. And, of course, the 4-seam fastball also sitting 95-96, incorporated in the mix like it was in the second half of last season for the talented right-hander. The Baldwin Group defensive alignment, we look at who's protecting tonight's starter in Bello, and behind him it's Jarren Duran in left, Cesar Rafaela in center, Wilyer Abreu, who had that misplay in right last night. Around the infield, third to first, Alex Bregman, Trevor Story, David Hamilton again at second, and Tristan Casas patrolling first with, like we said, Connor Wong doing the catching. Brought to you by the Baldwin Group, insurance, employee benefits, and wealth management. If you can dream it, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible. Brayan Bell0 in the white uniforms on this gorgeous Friday night at Fenway Park, going through his warm-up tosses with Connor Wong, working out of the stretch as he makes his third start of the season. Wong fires down to second. Trevor Larnach approaches the left-hand box on just a spectacular night for baseball at Fenway Park, a little past 7:10. And for the play-by-play, the voice of the Red Sox, Will Fleming.
It is great to be home and even better to be with you, Mike. So fun to have another ride here at Fenway Park. Larnach, the road gray unis into a crouch, and now makes his way into the left-handed batter's box. Bello, statue-like on the mound, is ready to roar. Into the wind he goes, and the first pitch of the ball game is swung on and missed. Sinker at 96 miles an hour. 7:13 p.m., 64 degrees. Couldn't have dialed up a better night to come home. Time and temp brought to you by Hatfield Marinated Pork. 0-1 pitch to Larnach is another beauty. Sinker at 95. And it's 0-2. Larnach, 227, 4 homers, and 14 driven. And Bill Miller, the crew chief, is the home plate umpire this evening. 0-2. Pitch. Ripped foul. That was a slider that was down and in, and that happy zone for the lefty. Larnach, he ripped it foul. It was 0-2. They have 2 starts. They've gone well, even though there have been some stressful moments. 10 hits in 11 innings. The 0-2, a little low. First changeup he's thrown. And it's a ball and 2 strikes.
90 miles an hour on that changeup. I know something you're keeping an eye on tonight.
Yeah, when it's at its best, it's 86, 87. On average, it's almost 3 miles an hour harder this year. The 1-2 swing and a miss, or maybe a foul ball and a fastball. That took a bite out of the home plate umpire, Bill Miller. That was a fastball that was in on the lefty Larnach, and not the way Bill Miller wanted to start his night. Yeah, Larnach just got a piece, and it caught the right exposed hand.
Resting near that right knee for Bill Miller, the crew chief, like you said, calling the balls and strikes. And yeah, 5 pitches into a game. Can we just ease our way in, Brayan Bell0, if you're Bill Miller?
No kidding. That's why they so often hide the hand behind the back. But it's amazing, these foul balls, if there's anything exposed, it's like a magnet. Just underway. On a beautiful Fenway night. Elevate your grilling game with Hatfield Marinated Pork Tenderloins and taste victory with every bite. Visit simplyhatfield.com for recipes and put pork on your fork. 1-2. Pitch in the dirt. Slider. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I'm curious to see the slider in person as well from Brayan Bell0. A little bit different shape this year. It's a tick slower. Talked about the changeup velocity. I think important for the slider to have velo separation from the changeup for Bello.
2-2. Leadoff man Larnach waits. Brayan throws. And a swing and a miss. That was a great changeup, even at 90 miles an hour. And Bello's got his first strikeout.
We know how good that changeup can be for Brayan Bell0 as a filthy swing and miss pitch. And like you said, even at 90, and even for a pitch that didn't start in the zone, it began south of the knees and ended up near the dirt. That is pretty filthy.
He threw more changeups than anything else in his last start against the Guardians. Brayan, in some ways, is a constant tinkerer at the big league level. Here's Byron Buxton, one of the game's most talented players. He swings and misses at a sinker, and it's 0-1. What becomes fascinating watching Bello pitch is that sinker is such a weapon. It's what got him to the big leagues. What established him as a young star in the making. The 0-1. There it is again. Sinker at 92. And it's 0-2. See, I think that's almost the changeup from Bello, that they're classifying as a 2-seamer.
It felt to me like that was more changeup than sinker, because that would be a pretty slow sinker for Brayan Bell0. It did check in, register as a sinker. I'm with you. I think that was the change.
At 92. 0-2 to Buxton. 246, 6 homers. Pitch. Line ground ball on the left side. Backhanded by Story. He leaps and he throws to first just a little late. Buxton beats it out. That was a hit all the way. Story did so well just to range over and glove that thing. Athletic leaping throw, but on an 0-2 pitch that will frustrate Bello. So now Buxton aboard with 1 out for Brooks Lee. Twins just have not scored a lot of runs this year. 22nd most in the big leagues. They don't really slug all that much. And their 3-hole hitter is Brooks Lee. Batting left against Bello. 1 on, 1 out. Pitch outside with a change. That one 88 miles an hour. It's almost like Bello throws the harder changeup with a little more conviction, so it's got more velocity, but it bites a little more. He and Pedro always in the lab. Not as made of that relationship. 1-0. Buxton can still move. He leads. The pitch is a double play ball to the left side. Bregman to second for 1. Story to first. 2 double play. Nino. BNHO. Double play ball. We go to the bottom of the first scoreless. Sox will have the big hitters coming up. Duran, Devers, and Bregman. The Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino.
Download it.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place erupts.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Thumbtack presents Project Paralysis. I was cornered. Sweat gathered above my furrowed brow, and my mind was racing. I wondered who would be left standing when the droplets fell, me or the clogged sink. Drain cleaner and pipe snake clenched in my weary fist, I stepped toward the sink and then... Wait, why am I stressing? I have Thumbtack. I can easily search for a top-rated plumber, read reviews, and compare prices, all on the app. Thumbtack knows homes. Download the app today.
There are 2 types of golfers, those that can hit solid golf shots wearing sunglasses and those that wish they could. Shaden Precision Eyewear is all about better vision and better golf. If you're lacking confidence to wear sunglasses while hitting golf shots, go to seebetterplaybetter.com and learn why so many tour players and their caddies have switched to the Shaden brand. Use the code SPRING to get 20% off and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's seebetterplaybetter.com and the code SPRING to see the golf course like you've never seen it before.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Jared Duran to lead it off in the bottom of the first against Joe Ryan, one of the sort of unheralded great pitchers in the American League. Jared is swinging a hot bat. He's been on base in 17 straight games. Average up to 279 with a couple of homers and 17 driven in. Captain Chaos waits. Ryan calmly winds. The pitch is high. A fastball, 95 miles an hour. This guy, Joe Ryan's got a big arm. Struck out 11 Angels last time out. 28 years old. He's pitched well in his career against these Red Sox. Steps forward, rocks back. The 1-0 is skied into left field. But Duran got that one out off the end of the bat. Coming in to make the play is Warnick. Sharon is out number 1. Just imagine you're sitting in the stands and in your hands is your first ice-cold Harpoon IPA of the game. If you're not at the game, find a local retailer. Harpoon.com. Harpoon, first or forever. For whatever reason, Devers has not had much success at all against Joe Ryan. The man on deck, Bregman, has kind of owned him. Of course, Alex is owning everybody these days. Pitch to Rafi, foul back. Took a mighty rip at a fastball, and it's 0-1. Devers is on one of those heaters, and he's just loved hitting here at home. His last 6 games, he's had hits. He's 9 for his last 25 with power. 0-1. Swinging a foul. He's in swing mode. The splits on Devers at home versus the road are wild. Here at Fenway, on base at a 406 clip, slugging 500. And the strikeout and walk number is so much better than away from home.
Any idea why, you think? Chalk it up to statistical anomalies?
No, it's that big green thing out in left field. Tends to get him locked in. 0-2 with 1 down in the first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball at 96. He just challenged Rafi 3 straight times. And 2 away for Bregman.
Yeah, Yeah, 3 fastballs there from Joe Ryan. Humps that one up to 96. He's been sitting 93 with his fastball so far this season. But like you said, it is a really big arm.
Painted. And the Red Sox have hammered off-speed stuff the last couple of weeks. Here's Bregman, who's hit everything. And hard pitch is a strike. From a fastball at the top of the zone in the Herb Chambers batting order, brought to you by Herb Chambers, Audi Burlington and Audi Brookline. 0-1 to Bregman. Pitch is a little bit outside with his sinker. An 11-game hitting streak, during which he's only 17 for 44. 3 homers, 5 doubles, and 10 runs scored. The 1-1. Swing and a foul. He took a big cut and a fastball, and it's 1-2.
That's it for Bregman?
He, in the non-Aaron Judge category, he'd be the runaway MVP in the American League.
It's incredible. I mean, you said it last night, like exceeding expectations, and they were enormous.
Yeah, and he's doing that in every way, and most importantly, right here at the plate. 1-2 pitch is outside, and yanked a fastball a little bit at 96. Bregman against Joe Ryan, 6 for 13, 2 doubles and a homer. An OPS near 1,500. Which will do. 2-2. Ryan winds, he throws, and Bregman fouls it back. Man, that sweeper just got out enough over the outside part of the plate that Bregman just couldn't turn it around. So now this is Alex's 36th game at Fenway Park. He's hitting .346 with a 1,200 OPS in this yard. 2-2. Swinging a shot down the right field line. It is slicing foul. Now to play about 20 feet in front of the pesky pole.
And it's fun when the preseason expectations in the offseason meet what's actually happening, because there was so much talk about Bregman's success hitting in this park as a visitor. And you just said the numbers. He's totally lived up to it.
He's carried over. I mean, he's just so comfortable here. What a cool visual high above center field here at Fenway Park. The 2-2 is driven high and deep into left center field. Bregman does it again. Over the monster and gone. Solo shot. He is unreal, and it's 1-0 Red Sox.
How good is this guy? He pumps one 410 in that count and just crushes one. Up to the monster to the far right side of it near the pitch clock. Where's the Wally helmet as he steps down the first base dugout stairs, and that was crushed.
It is insane production from this player. Here now is Willier. Outside, he took a ton of blame, did Abreu, yesterday for misplaying that ball out in right field. I mean, that was not a bad fastball from Ryan, and Bregman absolutely torched it. Here's Willie taking a strike that probably shouldn't have been called one, but it was by Bill Miller. And it's 1-1. That's 95, top of the zone, outside corner, and pulled over the wall. Stupid. 1-1. Pop fly down the left field line toward the seats, and a fan reached out, made contact with it. I don't think Larnach was in the neighborhood to make the play. It's 1-2. How awesome is the Wally mask celebration?
Well, when I was talking to some Red Sox folks getting ready for this weekend, my first games of the season, they said, we will have Wally waiting for you in the booth. So my expectations were pretty high.
I do want to just try that thing on for size. Bregman, just unreal. He's now worn it 8 times.
Maybe with a clothespin on your nose, though?
Certainly by June you will. 1-2 to Abreu. A run in on a Breggy blast. 2 down. The pitch is outside. Fastball, and it's 2-2.
And you mentioned the pitch that Ryan made. He was frustrated. He kind of crumpled to the mound after Bregman made contact with it. He knew it wasn't that poor of a pitch.
He's put this offense on his back. The 2-2 fouled back. It was really cool. Right as that pitch came home, there was a jetliner streaking through the sky here at Fenway, and it was one of those sort of headed to dusk twilight moments. The sky was an iridescent blue and this pencil-thin streak of white across the sky, and then Bregman launched one right toward it. Only at this place. 2-2 to Willier. Here's the pitch, and it's outside. Good take. 3-2.
Launch angle was 27 degrees on the home run for Bregman. I don't know what the launch angle is on the jetliner. What do you got on that?
Higher than that.
Yeah.
I think that wouldn't the analytics people tell you that 27 is about perfect?
Sweet spot.
3-2, the pitch. Inside, that's a great plate appearance for Abreu. That is his 21st walk. And so the Red Sox will extend the inning for Trevor Story. The Arbella Insurance Foundation dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Red Sox pitcher during this season, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Here's Trevor, who finds himself in a big-time offensive funk. Pitch is inside, a sinker. It is 1-0. Trevor 3 for his last 38. 1-0 with Abreu at first. The pitch is high in the air into center field, but it will hang up. Buxton, about 20 feet in front of the track, is there to make the play. And the inning is over, but who else? Alex Bregman lifts off a solo shot. And after an inning at Fenway, the Red Sox won, the Twins nothing. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino. Download it.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place erupts.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Rarely does a product come to the game of professional golf that is so quickly embraced by the pros. Shade-In Precision Eyewear is that product. Go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and find out why Shade-In sunglasses are trusted by tour players and their caddies. Shade-In is so confident in their product, they're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use the code SPRING to receive 20% off your order. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and the code SPRING to experience golf's finest eyewear.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Carlos Correa, longtime Red Sox nemesis, leads it off in the top of the second for the Twins. Bello fires and Correa swings at the first pitch and plunks it off the bucket underneath the ball attendant down there. Actually, that's just the security guard guarding the far side of the Red Sox dugout. Look out.
The ball attendant has a security guard.
And a full uni and a helmet and a red glove. 0-1. A little bit low with a fastball. And it's 1-1. I mean, Correa, the Twins go as far as Buxton, Correa, and Royce Lewis will take them. Health has always been an issue for all three. 1-1 is fouled off. Changeup. That was a really good one. In under the hands of the righty, and it's 1-2. Royce Lewis will come back on the Twins' next homestand. And both Buxton and Correa have been good. The Twins people will tell you they win when Correa hits. The 1-2 is high with a fastball. I heard that out of the mouth of one of the great all-time hitters today, Paul Molitor, who is here doing a little radio for the Twins. Every day in the big leagues, something wild like that happens. And I'd seen Molitor at Castig's Hall of Fame induction, and over the years gotten to know him a little bit. 2-2 is a little bit outside, but it's still wild to walk up the tunnels out onto the field at Fenway Park and just look over to the Sox dugout, and there's Paul Molitor just leaning on the railing. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Bello to Correa. When we were in Cooperstown, on multiple occasions, I saw Molitor, Brett, and Carew talking hitting. 3-2 is a chopper to short. Story plays a room service hop, runs it most of the way, and throws to first in time. And they're 2 away.
As Bill Raftery would say, get those puppies organized from Trevor Story on that throw.
Well, he did. I don't know if that was worth an onions, but Story's been very good defensively. He moves more before he throws, does Trevor, than any shortstop I've ever watched. Here now is Ty France. Good start so far for the Twins. 281 with 3 homers, and he takes the ball up and in from Bello. It's 1-0 on a Bregman home run. Twins are not deep enough to have withstood the injuries they've had so far. Really good slider to France. Corner, and it's 1-1. Arriba, just in time for Cinco de Mayo. Ground beef is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. 1-1 is down and away. Slider. And it's 2-1. Get value pack 80% lean, fresh ground beef for only $2.97 a pound. Limit 2 when you use the digital coupon. Shaw's and Star Market, official supermarket of the Red Sox radio network. 2-1. Low. Sinker. 3-1. Alex Cora says that Cinco de Mayo is the time he really starts to trust starting pitchers, especially when they eat 80% ground beef. 3-1 is fly down the left field line. Long run in for Duran. He dives and makes the play. Crashes into the wall and somehow holds on. And now you just hope he's okay. A grimace crashing into the wall. A circus catch for Duran, and they're 2 away.
What a catch from Jared Duran, who, as he's walking back to his spot at left, crouches over again and reveals another grimace, but he went headlong and then up against the sidewall, kind of braced for the contact, tried to turn away, but his left shoulder did go into the wall, and his teammates, led by Brayan Bell0, absolutely loved it.
So you want it to be that he got the wind knocked out, not that the left shoulder got jarred. Here is Edouard Julien, who takes a slider outside for ball 1. He's still doubled over as Duran in clear discomfort. But I mean, there's a lot of things going on there. Now he's shaking out his left wrist. 1-0 the pitch, swing and a miss at a changeup. And it's 1-1. That was spectacular. I mean, the Red Sox have a chance to have one of their great all-time defensive outfields with this alignment. Duran, Rafaela, and Abreu. Here's a check swing and a slider down and in. And it's 2-1.
You got a guess on catch probability? I know there's some wiggle room with that.
I mean, I'll say 5%.
Yeah, 10% for Duran to get that.
It was so far down the line and not hit all that hard. So he had to come way in. 2-1. Pitch is a cue shot out in front of the plate. Wong calling Bello off, bare hands, throws to first in time. And the inning is over. When we come back, I'm interested to hear how far Jaron ran to get that ball. Inning over, bottom 2 next, 1-0 Red Sox. It will be. Casas, Wong, and Hamilton on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place erupts.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Too fast, Trevor, too fast.
Here at the Zebra, research shows people would rather teach their kids to drive than search for auto and home insurance.
I know what I'm doing, Mom.
Or attend a corporate team building workshop.
Go team, feel that synergy.
Or be regaled by Uncle Frank's conspiracy theories.
They're listening to us right now.
That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. We do the searching, you do the saving.
Shh, they're here.
You could keep daydreaming about McDonald's, or you could order McDelivery and be eating McDonald's. Some things are that easy. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's, delivery prices may be higher than at restaurants.
There are 2 types of golfers. Those that can hit solid golf shots wearing sunglasses, and those that wish they could. Shaden Precision Eyewear is all about better vision and better golf. If you're lacking confidence to wear sunglasses while hitting golf shots, go to seebetterplaybetter.com and learn why so many tour players and their caddies have switched to the Shaden brand. Use the code SPRING to get 20% off and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's seebetterplaybetter.com and the code SPRING to see the golf course like you've never seen it before.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Tristan Casas, leads it off for the Red Sox in the bottom of the second, twilight time at Fenway. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. It happens 10 or 12 times a year where the cloud cover is right at this time of night when Fenway takes on like an iridescent orange filter. The 0-1 is driven high and deep and foul down the left field line, just underneath the Coca-Cola sign, and it's 0-2 to Tristan Casas. Roger Clemens is in the booth next to us, chatting with Dave and OB. Dave and OB are the same person, OB and Lou. I think we might see the Rocket in the third.
It's a solo booth tonight for Dave.
What'd you think about that, OB? Well, Dave, as Tristan takes a slider low and it's 1-2.
Come on over, Lou. We'll go 3 wide in here.
Yes, we would. Casas is scuffling. $184 with 3 homers and 11 driven, and there have been some embers of hope the last few days. 1-2 pitch, swinging a shot foul. Another one out of play on the third base side.
How does he work his way out of it? You've talked about Casas being kind of stuck between pitches. What does he need to do, you think?
What's crazy about him is, in some ways it is counterintuitive. Think less. Just let it rip. And I think he tried for a couple of weeks to swing at the first pitch over and over again. That got him out of his sort of mental routine. 1-2, the pitch is a cue shot. Chopper on the first base line. Ryan bobbles, flips underhand, and Casas goes down in a heap, and he twisted his ankle through the bag. Tristan is in a ton of pain. He was smelling an infield hit. The right ankle and maybe knee rolled through the bag.
He just let out a yell, too. He is lying on his back. Alex Cora and the staff have come out. Casas is totally on his back. He made a lunge toward the bag to be safe after Ryan bobbled, and this is not looking good.
I was so focused on him that I didn't even notice whether the umpire, Chad Fairchild, called him safe. He did, and they've charged an error on the pitcher, Ryan. Now, he's not moving at all. And actually, Masai Takahashi is out touching his left leg, which is maybe the one that he lunged to the bag with. I think the sign, too, that Masai just made with the closed fist is not a good one for Casas. I think that generally means we're bringing the cart out to take him off the field.
Tristan's first grab himself was to his left knee. That's where he reached for on his own. And obviously, you don't want to speculate, but that's where he first went. Byron Buxton out in center field is down on a knee, appears to be praying out in center, and just pointed skyward, perhaps knowing the significance.
Well, he also knows a thing or two about this. You know, it's funny because it was his right knee and foot that touched the bag. I don't know whether it was the last lunge to the bag that got him. And if that's so, Mike, again, not doctors, not in the speculation business, but that's one where it's like a non-contact injury, which sometimes is even scarier.
Yeah, the whole thing was funky. Casas did grab after he landed for the left knee, but it was the right side, his right leg, that landed on the base first, and not on the front of the base. Because he lunged, it was in the middle of the bag, and then he kind of got tripped up with his left foot planting after he had initially tapped the bag.
Well, this is an awful scene. They're bringing the stretcher out down Canvas Alley. The cart is coming out of the garage out there in center field, and as you said early, Mike, Tristan has not moved at all. I mean, he's just motionless on his back, looking to the heavens, and normally athletes in this kind of spot know the significance almost immediately. Like he looks like a guy who felt something just go.
Yeah, he's looking just straight skyward. He does appear to be talking to the training staff who's out tending to him. But, yeah, Casas still completely on his back, looking skyward and talking a little bit with the staff.
Well, I can't take my eyes off Byron Buxton, too, because this is a guy who's just been ravaged by injury in a lot of spots like that. You know, he clipped his left foot on the left foot of the first baseman there, France, and you wonder that's what caused the major injury that it appears to be. He's now up, sitting up on the stretcher. Medical staff attending to him. Jose David Flores taps his leg. Alex Cora, hand on head, and Tristan just looks totally beside himself, upset. And it almost looks like Alex is saying, you're going to be okay, and Tristan's saying, no, I'm not.
Yeah, he did just shake his head obviously feeling a wave of emotions right now.
That's awful. He's going to go out canvas alley. They will not use the cart in this situation. And he gets a nice hand. Now, Romy Gonzalez will come on and take his spot, and Tristan just crestfallen. Lost all the games to the abdominal injury last year. And he'll go immediately for testing here at Fenway, and I'm sure at one of the many hospitals down the road.
Yeah, even going back to his time in the minors coming up, it just didn't have great injury luck. And look, I mean, you hope for the absolute best in this situation, but your heart breaks for Tristan Casas, who, again, he's trying to find it right now. And then, with all that swirling around him, to have this happen on a play, he's hustling on, let's go back to the original pitch, like an excuse me swing as well.
Yeah, that will frustrate him as much as anything. He didn't want to make contact with it. And now, sort of a reset moment for the Red Sox. Alex Cora is talking to Cedon Rafaela. There are just a lot of sullen looks in the Red Sox dugout. And this is a good time to reiterate something that, people in Boston have very complicated views about Tristan Casas. He's a distinct personality. He's not hit this year, really not a lot last year either. The yoga, the fingernail paint, all those things make him sort of a polarizing figure. But not in that dugout. He comes to work hard every day, and they respect him, so time to regroup in the Sox dugout. Not easy for Ryan either. He's been on the mound standing and watching forever. Cart is now back out in the garage. They'll wait for that door to close before play resumes. And here now Connor Wong. Romy leading at first. Pitch is pop foul on the first base side. You hate to turn the page right away as to what comes next. You hope that Casas, that it just spooked him, and that the tests reveal it's not long-term, it's not as serious as it was made to look. But for now, Romy is going to play first base, and you have to start thinking about Vaughn Grissom. 2-0-1. Wong swings and misses at a sweeper, and it's 0-2. The Red Sox do not have a lot of depth right now at first base. And questions about whether Devers would ever pick up a glove and try it over there. He has not. Alex Cora, Craig Breslow say he will not. Settling into the DH role. 0-2. Pitch outside in the dirt. Vaughn Grissom's been playing first base at AAA and done a lot of damage.
He swung it pretty well down there. Overall, an 825 OPS for Grissom. 3 home runs in 27 games with Worcester.
Casas out with an injury. Romy dancing away at first. 1-2 pitch outside. Fastball. And it's 2-2. Seventh batter brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. All sevens at 617-777-7777. Long, a little dribbler up the middle over the glove of Ryan to second. Throw to first is just in time. Weak contact all over the place. It almost found a good spot for Wong, but he's thrown out at first on the play. Gonzalez up to second. Well, that certainly took the air out of Fenway Park for the time being. It was a good play by Edouard Julien. Hamilton looked good yesterday in Toronto. Christian Campbell still out with rib discomfort. The pitch, swing and a miss. Splitter in a fastball swing there for Hamilton. It's 0-1.
Yeah, only action of the road trip for David Hamilton. 1 for 3, stolen bag. Got the start at second.
He does not have an easy job this year. Romy dancing away again. An 0-1 splitter swung on and missed. And it's 0-2. A tale of 2 innings. I mean, the Red Sox hit a joyous home run in the first inning from Alex Bregman and then lose their first baseman in the second. 0-2. David Hamilton. Pitch is low. Another splitter. He's thrown him a lot of those. David has only had in this season, amazingly, 33 at-bats. 3 hits. One of them was a homer in Tampa. Cedar Rafaela would be next. 1-2. Romy leading at second. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on a fastball up at the letters. And they're 2 away.
Yeah, that's been the pitch that has generated the bulk of the strikeouts for Joe Ryan this year. 39 punch-outs coming in, 24 of them on the four-seam fastball, and just lived up there to put away David Hamilton.
One of the rare trades that the Tampa Bay Rays have ever lost. They got him for Nelson Cruz, and Ryan's been awesome ever since. Here's Cedar. Takes a fastball outside for ball 1. 1-0 Red Sox. Gonzalez at second, running for Casas with 2 down. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Late on a fastball. It's 1-1. We'll get you into the Subaru of New England scoreboard once the Casas injury settles. A little love goes a long way in the 25 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. 1-1. Outside. Fastball 2-1. It's a good sign to see Jarren Duran on deck after he crashed into the wall. There's been a lot going on early in this game. 2-1 to Cedar. Pitch is a strike. Borderline at the bottom of the zone. 93, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, that's the other subtext, Will, to all of this. Christian Campbell, I mean, they think he's going to be in the lineup tomorrow. Walker Buehler, we talked about him. The hope is to just miss 2 starts, but a couple more things cropping up here.
No doubt. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball blown by him, so a couple of strikeouts in the inning, but the story of the second, Tristan Casas leaves on a stretcher. 1-0 after 2. Sox lead the Twins in the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place a rock.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Lowe's helps refresh your garden in time for Mother's Day. Right now, get 5 bags of 1.5 cubic foot Scott's Naturescapes mulch for just $10. Plus, select 1.5 gallon annuals hanging baskets make the perfect gift. Now 2 for only $15. The best garden starts with great deals. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/7. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase.
Some people play by the rules, but the real game changers break them. I'm Soraya, and on Rule Breakers, we're talking to the risk takers, the rebels, and the ones rewriting the playbook. Follow and listen to Rule Breakers with Soraya on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
At 110 Grill, you'll find modern American cuisine in a trendy, casual atmosphere. Visit one of 110 Grill's 34 locations all throughout New England, where you can enjoy favorites like pulled pork mac and cheese, chicken caprese, steak tips, and so much more. The 110 Grill menu features the freshest ingredients, and 100% of their core menu can be made gluten-free. 110 Grill is an official partner with the Red Sox Radio Network. Visit 110grill.com for more information.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Brayan Bell back to the mound for the third 1-0 Sox. And for the play-by-play, here's Mike Monaco.
Will, thank you. Bayo's first pitch to Ryan Jeffers cruises in for strike 1 at 95 to the right-hand hitting catcher in the 7 spot in this Twins Herb Chambers batting order. Bayo works off the first base side of the rubber, the wind in the 0-1. Rides inside, a ball and a strike. Herb Chambers, Mercedes-Benz of Boston, Mercedes-Benz of Sudbury, and flagship motor cars of Linfield. 27 pitches over the first 2 innings for Bayo, who rocks and deals, and the slider twist down and away. 2-1 the count on Jeffers, catcher who is shouldering the load now for Minnesota. Came out and said that over the last few days, ahead of Christian Vasquez. 2-1. Check swing, and the pitch is called a strike on the outside part of the plate. Good slider from Bayo, and it's 2-2. Red Sox up 1-0, top of the third in the series opener here at Fenway. Bayo got a double play ball in the first, and then 3 up, 3 down in the second, thanks in large part to a great diving catch in left by Jarren Duran. Bayo nods yes. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a pop-up, left side of the diamond. Connor Wong sheds the mask over to the railing, and that is into the second row. Foul ball. Third start of the season for Bayo, like we said. He will turn 26 years old 2 weeks from tomorrow. 11 innings, 4 earned, 7 strikeouts, and 6 walks over the first couple of starts. Most recently, Sunday in Cleveland, 6 innings of 3-run ball. 99 pitches. You mentioned this, Will. He had to really labor in the first in that one. Bases empty here in the third. Jeffers leading off, righty against righty. Bayo's 2-2. Swinging a rocket up toward left, and that ball is gone. A bullet from Ryan Jeffers over the monster into the seats. A solo shot to begin the top of the third, and this game is tied at 1. 109 off the bat for the catcher Jeffers, and that was tagged.
Well, a 3-2 hanging slider, and Jeffers was ready, did not miss it. So much off speed lately has been launched against the Red Sox.
And that was something Alex Cora was talking about pregame, that it feels like fastball execution has been pretty good for this pitching staff. But a solo shot for Jeffers there. Now Mickey Gasper, switch hitter from the left side. He takes the first pitch away. Ball 1 from Bayo.
I mean, we're going to have Roger Clemens in the bottom of this inning. And I know it's a different era. I know Roger has one of the great fastballs of all time, but I want to ask him something.
Bayo's 1-0. Gasper swings, slices it on a line to left. Durant backs up, jumps, and makes the catch up against the wall. Right by the WB Mason sign for Jarren Duran on a slicing line drive. Off the bat of Mickey Gasper for out number 1 here in the top of the third.
He sees ghosts in this ballpark. He did that so many times last year, did Mickey, with the Red Sox. Just couldn't catch a break on shots to left. But I just want to believe that fastballs the first time through the order, especially when they're this good, are more effective.
First pitch is fouled off by Harrison Bader.
I mean, it's the modern wave to try to mix in all this secondary stuff. But I believe it with Houck, with Crochet, with certainly Bayo.
Even in a 12-pitch first inning for Bayo, we did see a lot of off-speed, particularly the changeup, the 0-1. Bader takes a fastball for a strike, and it's 0-2.
And, of course, the bottom line truth is there's a bad slider, too. Man, that thing had the center of the zone.
1 out, base is empty here, top of the third. Bayo's 0-2. Swinging a line drive, pulled to left, and that one will find the wall as well. Duran barehands it, slips as he throws into second, but accurate nonetheless, and that keeps Harrison Bader to a 1-out single here in the third. Yeah, 2-strike hitting as well. That's been problematic against the Red Sox these last couple of nights as well.
I think they lead baseball in 0-2 counts, but you're right. The last 3 days, that has not led to the results they hoped.
And that was stung as well by Bader, 108 off his bat. Lineup turns over. Here's Trevor Larnach in the left-hand box in the first pitch. Climbs high, a heater at 94 that misses up for ball 1. Larnach struck out swinging his first time to begin the night on a 90-mile-an-hour changeup from Brayan Bell0. 1-1 game in the third. Bayo holds in the 1-0. Larnach swings and cuts through the changeup. Very good one down and away from Bayo. And it's a ball and a strike on the former first-round pick, Trevor Larnach, who last year had the best year of his major league career. Numbers down a bit this season. 1 out, 1 on. The pitch is up high, 2-1, as Bayo missed with a four-seam fastball. Brayan Bell0 at 41 pitches here. Now his second time through this Minnesota lineup. Sets chest high with the light brown glove. Here's the 2-1. Larnach takes a strike. Slider lands at the bottom of the zone for Bayo. And it's 2-2 on Trevor Larnach. Byron Buxton is on deck for the Twins. Bayo's got the sign from Connor Wong. And the 2-2 Swing and another fly ball to left. Duran backs up onto the track, and he makes a hat-high one-hand catch for out number 2. Harrison Bader retreats to first as Larnach flies out to left, and there's 2 gone for Bello here in the top of the 3rd. Third inning is brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going crosstown, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill-up along the way. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. So here is Byron Buxton, who had the infield single to short his first time. Man at first, 2 outs, first pitch. Is swung on and chopped to third. Bregman backhands fair, and he fires to first in time to retire Buxton. Ryan Jeffers, though, led off this top of the 3rd with a solo shot to the monster. And at the end of 2.5 at Fenway, the Red Sox and Twins are tied at 1 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place a rock.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Lowe's helps refresh your garden in time for Mother's Day. Right now, get 5 bags of 1.5 cubic foot Scott's Naturescapes mulch for just $10. Plus, select 1.5 gallon annuals hanging baskets make the perfect gift. Now 2 for only $15. The best garden starts with great deals. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/7. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase.
I'm Rhett. And I'm Link. And we're the hosts of the podcast Ear Biscuits. We're just 2 lifelong friends who've been talking about life for a long time.
From being dads to businessmen to all the random things we experience, nothing is off limits.
And now we're talking to you. We're answering your questions, giving advice that you may or may not want to take, and listening to your hilarious stories.
So leave us a voicemail to be part of the show at
1-888-EARPOD1 on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do it. Jones and Keith.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Bottom of the 3rd inning at Fenway with the Red Sox and Twins tied at 1, and Jaron Duran leads off against Joe Ryan and takes strike 1. With Will Fleming, Mike Monaco with you, and Roger Clemens, as promised, has stopped by. Roger, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. It's always fun to be back in the old stomping grounds, and beautiful night. Everything looks nice and crisp and clear, and get in here and watch the kid play with Minnesota a little bit.
How about
hopefully.
that?
Yeah.
Pitch down and into Duran, 1-1, with Cody in that third base dugout for the Twins.
Yeah, it's he got traded, I don't know, about 10 days ago or so. So he's working his way back. I told him just, we talk a little bit, obviously, and I told him it's almost like spring training right now because he really got set behind. He had back-to-back wonderful spring training years with Philadelphia, and normally you try and get the guy in there a couple of times a week, but he wasn't able to do that, and so it set him back. So I think his timing's a little off. And when you're filling that kind of role right now, I told him don't worry about the results.
Duran lifts the 1-2 into left, and Trevor Larnach glides over toward the track to make the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the 3rd.
It's funny, Roger. First of all, you look great in pink. I didn't know you.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I got to show my soft side every once in a while.
Hitters never saw that side of you. David Hamilton's a similar thing for the Red Sox. He was unbelievable in spring training. Now he's got 30 at-bats. It's hard to keep your timing up.
Exactly. D. Ham's a Longhorn also. He and Cody are really close. Yeah. So I'm sure Cody and them have talked today, but you're right. Very hard to do for timing. Basically told him just have good at-bats, great balance at the plate, good at-bats. Can't worry about the results too much. Hopefully they'll be a little patient. If he can get about 20 at-bats under his belt, like a spring training deal, he'll be rolling. He's got a track record that he can hit. When he first was drafted with Detroit, he came out of the gate, I think 1 for 19, but he was hitting lasers all over the place. And it was driving him crazy. But I said, this is a game that you can do everything right, and there's a guy standing right where you hit it. I said, the swing and bunt will be a hit, and you hit one to the warning track on the line, the guy lays out and grabs it.
Speaking of lasers, here's Raffy, who cuts through a 2-1 heater from Joe Ryan at 95, and it's 2-2 in a 1-1 game in the bottom of the third.
What do you think about Raffy playing first base?
I've said it 100 times.
2-2. Devers swings, and he skies this to left. Larnach drifted back, and now he creeps in. Makes a two-hand catch, 2 away.
Like, Roger, I get it, right? They're trying to transition him to this DH role, and they want to go all in on that. But I think he could be a really good first baseman with the hands and some of the range.
Yeah, just to understand the DH part, too, you ought to call somebody like Edgar Martinez.
Yeah.
Bring Edgar in here and talk to him about it. It took him a little bit to really be okay with it, and he was a very tough out.
Alex Bregman climbs in and takes strike one on a fastball.
Professional hitter. So, and that's what Raffy is doing. He's same way.
Base is empty, 0-1. Bregman swings, and he lines it foul down the left field line.
I've watched this swing many times get the head out at Minute Maid Park.
You have.
Except you got double the height right here, but Breggy loves to get that head out, man.
What a joy he is to watch play on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, he and Altuve are tough outs, man.
0-2's away, a ball and 2 strikes on Bregman. You're talking about the Longhorns. They're having quite the season, by the way.
They are. They're playing very well. Slosh has got them going, and so hopefully they can keep it going through the SEC.
Bregman swings at the 1-2 and floats it into right center with Buxton closing fast. He makes the catch on the run in right center. Can you stick around another half inning?
Absolutely, guys. Absolutely.
1, 2, 3. The Red Sox go down against Ryan in the bottom of the third. After 3 at Fenway, the Sox and Twins tied at 1 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Every morning brings a fresh, new energy.
This is Today.
And no matter what the day holds, we come to the Today Show for all of it.
When things are tough, we talk about it. When there's something to figure out, we dig into it. And when there's joy, we celebrate it.
Because today is where it's all happening. We get the best start to every morning because we start it together.
Watch the Today Show with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin, weekdays at 7 a.m. on NBC.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place erupts.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Lowe's helps refresh your garden in time for Mother's Day. Right now, get 5 bags of 1.5 cubic foot Scott's Naturescapes mulch for just $10. Plus, select 1.5 gallon annuals hanging baskets make the perfect gift. Now 2 for only $15. The best garden starts with great deals. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/7. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase.
Hurry into the 99 restaurant this Friday through Sunday for their double bonus card special. For every $25 you purchase in gift cards, receive 2 $5 bonus cards. Offer valid in restaurant for this weekend only. You gotta love the 9s.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Top 4 at Fenway. Red Sox and Twins tied at 1 in the opener. Roger Clemens is with us as 3, 4, and 5 on the way for Minnesota in the Herb Chambers batting order. Brayan Bell0's first pitch to Brooks Lee is down for ball 1. Hey, sign your kids up for Kid Nation, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, the official youth fan club of the Boston Red Sox. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Lee, and he swings and skies it in the air to deep right. Abreu circles. He looks up into the twilight, and he makes the catch for the first out here in the 4th. So, Roger, what is night like for you today? You're making the rounds. You're obviously watching your son Cody here with Minnesota.
I did. My morning started in Hilton Head, South Carolina.
All right.
Had to speak in front of about 300 people. It was a great time. Little epic convention, and had to move fast. I told him I want to get on a plane and get up here in case the kid starts. So hopefully he'll get a start here. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. A bunch of us here, all from Houston. Cody's wife Jessica's here, and Deb's here. So Yeah, so hopefully I probably won't make it to the game without crying. But if he does get a start here, but I sure hope he does. And like I said, he's got to just be patient right now, get plate appearances because he hasn't had them. He had great timing coming out of spring training. And then like you talked about Hamilton going through the same thing. It's very difficult to do.
Because you've watched him play many times. Yeah. But wouldn't it be different in this cathedral where you had so many memories?
That's why I'm here. It was totally different. To see him actually play on a field that I earned my stripes on would be amazing.
Nothing in 2 on Carlos Correa, and Brayan Bell0's pitch is bounced in 1-2.
I still think it's amazing that catchers can go down to one knee.
Yeah.
You know, if our guys did that, if Getty did that in the 80s or 90s, you get released the next day because you're lazy.
Right. And now they all swear by it.
It's unbelievable.
Bell0 winds, and the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Correa strikes out. Bell0's got a punch out. There's 2 away. And let's pause for station ID on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
2 outs, top of the 4th. 1-1 the score with Minnesota in town. And Ty France, the first baseman, climbs into the right-hand box. First pitch swung on and fouled back.
Roger, I wanted to ask you this, man. I know you've got one of the great fastballs of all time, so it's different for you. I think we've gotten away from the fastball in big league baseball. And with pitchers like Bell0 and Houck and Crochet have got good ones, shouldn't they lean on it more?
Oh, 100%, especially first time through the lineup. If you got 96, you get it on the outer edge.
Swinging a line drive, caught at third by Bregman.
It makes all the difference in the world. These guys, they have great fastballs. There's no fastball counts in baseball anymore. You get 3-2 to throw your best breaking ball. So,
Roger, thanks so much for stopping by. We're rooting for a Cody start.
Thank you very much, guys. Thanks, always good to see y'all.
Roger Clemens joins us after Brayan Bell0 works a 1-2-3 top of the 4th. 1-1 hour score from Fenway on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Set yourself up for success. Their locally owned Benjamin Moore store proudly serves the New England area with more than just paint. They're here to support you and help you find everything you need to bring your projects to life. From expert advice to premium products, they'll help you every step of the way. Enjoy exceptional service and explore a selection of beautiful paint colors designed for lasting results. Visit the paint shops today and experience the difference that Benjamin Moore's quality products and personalized guidance can make.
Looking for a career that offers a 6-figure income, world-class health benefits, and a fixed benefit pension? With just a high school equivalency certificate in fluent English, you can join us. We have excellent education incentives. I started with just a high school diploma, and now I can provide my family with a great life. The benefits are amazing and the job security is unbeatable. Become a correctional officer by applying today at doc.ri.gov/apply.
Some people play by the rules, but the real game changers break them. I'm Soraya, and on Rule Breakers, we're talking to the risk takers, the rebels, and the ones rewriting the playbook. Follow and listen to Rule Breakers with Soraya on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Lowe's helps refresh your garden in time for Mother's Day. Right now, get 5 bags of 1.5 cubic foot Scott's Naturescapes mulch for just $10. Plus, select 1.5 gallon annuals hanging baskets make the perfect gift. Now 2 for only $15. The best garden starts with great deals. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/7. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
To the bottom of the 4th in a 1-1 game, and Wilyer Abreu leads off and takes strike 1 from Joe Ryan. 4, 5, and 6 for the Sox in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers BMW of Boston, BMW of Sudbury, and BMW of Medford. Fastball's up and away to Abreu. A ball and a strike from Ryan. Sox and Twins starting off the weekend series. Abreu walked his first time in the first inning against the right-hander. His 1-1 is cut on and missed. Healthy cut from Abreu, and it's 1-2. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox, providing first aid at Fenway and supporting Red Sox scholars. Learn more at bidmc.org. Ryan rocks the hands into the red mitt, twists, and the 1-2. Abreu swings and he fouls it back behind home plate. Still 1-2. Time now for our league leaders and who's circling the drain, presented by Drains by James. Wilyer Abreu is 8th in all of baseball in on-base percentage coming into this weekend. Here's the 1-2. Checks the swing on a pitch up, and he went around on appeal down to Roberto Ortiz at third. So Abreu strikes out on the high fastball, and there's one away here in the bottom of the fourth. Drains by James, Eastern Mass leader in residential and commercial drain cleaning and pipelining at drainsbyjames.com. At Drains by James, they give a poop about your pipes. So one away in a 1-1 game in the bottom of the fourth, and here is Trevor Story. First pitch, and he swings and he floats it to right and shallow. Harrison Bader charges in, loses his cap, and makes a two-hand catch. And there's quickly 2 outs for Joe Ryan here in the bottom of the fourth. This fourth inning bell brought to you by Boston's premier retirement planning specialist and the team at Hackman Wealth Partners with 4 offices around Boston. Here's Romy Gonzalez, and he swings through the first pitch slider at 88 south of the knees for strike 1.
Beautifully done. We now play bells.
I like that.
I like the people at Hackman. I love that they have 4 offices too. It makes it easy to get anywhere across the city, you know?
Yeah. Pitches away to Gonzalez, 1-1. Why have 1 when you can have 4? Romy batting for the first time after Tristan Casas got injured. 1-1 is down and away. 2-1 on Romy. That's the tough news that lingers over this game right now at Fenway Park. A rather muted scene over the last few innings since Casas left on a stretcher. 2-1. Gonzalez swings and he gets jammed and floats it foul into the first base upper deck. 2-2. 1-1 our score, bottom of the fourth inning. 2 outs and the base is empty for Romy Gonzalez. Ryan rocks both hands that meet together, chest high. He turns and fires. Gonzalez takes the breaking ball down and away, and it's a full count. Casas had reached on a excuse me swing roller back to Joe Ryan and then stumbled running toward first. 3-2. Gonzalez swings and floats it foul just over the netting first base side, shy of the Red Sox dugout. Another gorgeous night at Fenway Park on this Friday evening. Joe Ryan kicks the front leg. The 3-2 is cut on and missed, and Gonzalez strikes out against 94. And Joe Ryan bookends a 1-2-3 bottom of the fourth with a couple of Ks. He has set down 8 in a row. We go to the 5th inning with the Red Sox and Twins tied at 1 on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place a rock.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Set yourself up for success. Their locally owned Benjamin Moore store proudly serves the New England area with more than just paint. They're here to support you and help you find everything you need to bring your projects to life. From expert advice to premium products, they'll help you every step of the way. Enjoy exceptional service and explore a selection of beautiful paint colors designed for lasting results. Visit the paint shops today and experience the difference that Benjamin Moore's quality products and personalized guidance can make.
Lowe's helps refresh your garden in time for Mother's Day. Right now, get 5 bags of 1.5 cubic foot Scott's Naturescapes mulch for just $10. Plus, select 1.5 gallon annuals hanging baskets make the perfect gift. Now 2 for only $15. The best garden starts with great deals. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/7. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase.
Art, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Brayan Bell back to the mound for the top of the 5th. We're tied at 1. Edouard Julien batting from the left side. Swings and misses at a changeup. Good one from Bell. And it's 0-1. 4th inning was brought to you by Cars for Kids, the easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today, and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Donate now at carsforkids.com with a K. 0-1. Slider that missed. And it is 1-1. Fireworks sort of early in this game with a Bregman home run. And then the Casas injury rolling over the first base bag. Duran's made a couple great plays in left. 1-1 to Julien. Misses. Changeup, and it's 2-1. Twins are a franchise in flux right now. They don't have a buyer. The Pohlad family said they wanted to sell, but with all the uncertainty around their cable deal, it just did not quite come together. 2-1 chopped to short. Story's got it. He throws to first, and Julien is gone. Their attendance is down for a number of factors. There's been some unrest in downtown Minneapolis, but I think most of all, their fan base is really frustrated with the arc of spending. After they had a phenomenal season, winning the division and making the playoffs, they just cut payroll, let Sonny Gray go. And they did not really add this year either. Here's Ryan Jeffers, who homered to tie the game in the 3rd. Pitch to him is fastball outside for ball 1. One of the main issues for the Twins is that even though there's a lot of parity in the American League overall, their division has gotten much, much better. 1-0. Pitch. Soft ground ball, chopped to short. Story's been very busy. He gloves and leaps and throws. Good time to get Jeffers. It's basically, on defense, been the Duran and Story show. 2 down for Mickey Gasper. I mean, the Guardians have been good for a long while. Terry Francona, Rain, and Jose Ramirez. But now the Royals are much better with Bobby Witt and great pitching. Tigers are on a roll this season.
Yeah, how about the Tigers' best record in the American League entering this weekend?
Young pitching has turned a corner. Spencer Torkelson has been great. Here's Mickey. Low. You know, he's dying to get his first Fenway hit after all the times his mother and father were subjected to being on camera here when he came to the plate. Just agonizing by the end of it. We were all pulling for Mickey to get a knock. He does have his first big league hit out of the way. The 1-0. Here's a strike. Change up. Good one from Bayo, and it's 1-1.
We were both here for his big league debut when he was grabbing the dirt when he reached first base here in the late innings against the Rangers.
Taking it all in. 1-1. Pitch is inside. Change up, and it's 2-1. He's a wonderful guy, Mickey Gasper. And some injuries and lack of depth for the Twins opened the door for him to make their opening day roster. In fact, the last day of spring training, we thought he injured himself badly at JetBlue, but turned out to be just a little scare. 2-1 with 2 down in the 5th. Pitch. That's a beauty. Backdoor slider. And it's 2-2.
What have you seen from Bayo's slider this year?
Hit and miss. It's kind of been the story the last couple of years. It's a work in progress for sure. 2-2. He throws. Fouled off. It changes so often. You know, it used to be more of a east-west pitch. Then it got tighter. Now it's a little bit loopier. Sometimes the TrackMan will classify it as sweeper, which it is not. Certainly the sinker and the changeup are ahead of the slider. 2-2. That's low. And it's such an important pitch for him, too, because obviously everything else he throws goes away from lefties into righties. So they just sort of cut the plate in half. 3-2 to Gasper. The 65th pitch from Bello coming home. Here it is, and it's chopped up the middle. Hamilton started in, now backpedals. He's got a hurry, low throw, unable to be caught by Romy Gonzalez. I don't think Hamilton played that perfectly. I think if he breaks in on it, he gives himself an easier chance there. We'll see how they score it. Maybe that's Mickey Gasper's first Fenway hit, although I doubt it. 110th pitch, brought to you by 110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right. 110 Grill, proud to be an official partner of the WEEI Red Sox radio network. They do score it an error on Hamilton. You know, it's not only hitting that is hard when you don't play most days. I don't think Hamilton feeling a lot of defensive rhythm either as Harrison Bader takes a sinker off the plate and in for ball one.
Yeah, can imagine that for sure. Although the sliding play he made last night in the middle innings, that was very slick to his left.
Wave is going at Fenway. Pitch black skies overhead. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Change up. It's a good one. And it's 1-1. He sort of had happy feet right there, which he did a bunch at shortstop last year when he was pressed into action for Trevor's Story. Conviction is such a huge part of good infield play. 1-1. Mickey leads at first. Pitch. Outside. Sinker.
It's just such a trickle down. It adds to Bello's pitch count here. I mean, Alex Cora was saying to you pregame, obviously the hope is 6 or 7, and now you're creeping up towards 70 pitches here for Bello.
See if Brian challenges right here. It is 2-1 to Bader. Here it is. And a chopper foul with a changeup. And that is an interesting choice by both Wong and Bello. He shook off there. I mean, it's a pretty good changeup into the right-handed hitter, but it's no longer like Roger told us. It's not like Bader's sitting there 2-1 going, man, I'm going to get the fastball here. 2-2. 1-1 in the 5th. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. There was the fastball. Not ready for it at all. Ring him up. And the inning is over. He's got his 3rd strikeout. We're tied at 1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bottom of the order, Wong, Hamilton, and Cedon after this in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place a rock.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Lowe's helps refresh your garden in time for Mother's Day. Right now, get 5 bags of 1.5 cubic foot Scott's Naturescapes mulch for just $10. Plus, select 1.5 gallon annuals hanging baskets make the perfect gift. Now 2 for only $15. The best garden starts with great deals. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/7. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase.
Some people play by the rules, but the real game changers break them. I'm Soraya, and on Rule Breakers, we're talking to the risk takers, the rebels, and the ones rewriting the playbook. Follow and listen to Rule Breakers with Soraya on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Hi, this is Connor Wong. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Connor Wong leads it off. Fenway Park, bottom 5. 1-1, Sox and Twins. Long grounded out softly to second his first time here. He takes a sweeper low for ball 1 in the Herb Chambers batting order, brought to you by Herb Chambers, Jaguar Boston, Jaguar Sudbury, and Jaguar Land Rover Sudbury. 1-0. Pitch. Swinging a hard ground ball up the middle to the left of Correa. He gloves, plants, throws to first in time. One away. Even at the age of 30 years old, Correa's range numbers, arm strength, outs above average, all fantastic. He makes the play, and there's one away.
Yeah, he's so smooth going down to get it. That short there on a ball to his left.
Subaru New England scoreboard, a little love goes a long way in the 25 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Here's David Hamilton. Pitch. He bunts it beautifully down the third baseline. Brayan off the mound. Bare hands, bobbles, and David Hamilton has a perfect bunt base hit. He never does that, and you can't bunt it any better than that. I'm not even sure if Ryan handles it cleanly. He gets Hamilton at first.
I'm with you. I don't think Ryan would have. And this is a couple of times now where Ryan has had bobbles coming off the mound, fielding his position. So with David Hamilton, why not do that with the speed we all know that he has and what he's capable of? And yeah, he could not have executed that much better.
You can bet that Hammy is thinking about going here. That tickled Alex Cora quite a bit. He goes on the first pitch. Cedon fouls it off. That's just bad baseball. Hamilton had that bag stolen easily, and I know that Cedon is in swing mode, but that does not add up.
Yeah, in a 1-1 game, 5th inning, Hamilton just got on. I mean, he had that bag easily.
Just a little more situational awareness in that spot. 0-1. Hamilton may well go again. Ryan sets, not running. The pitch is high. And fastball. The impact of the running game is just impossible to overstate. I mean, he's going to pitch differently to Cedon here. Could Rafaela get more fastballs that he could turn around? Hamilton leading. He goes. The pitch is low. Throw has no chance to get him. A head first slide. Easy does it for David Hamilton. There's a splitter that missed. Good pitch to run on, and Hamilton now has played in 15 games, mostly as a reserve, and he's already got 4 steals. Amazing. 4 steals, Mike, in 35 at-bats.
Right. I mean, it was 33 at-bats coming in 33 team games this year.
So he's in scoring position. He runs for third. Cedon swings and misses. Throw is not in time. Bang, bang play down there. A lightning bolt. That was so close, but Hamilton in there. He steals second. He steals third, and he's 90 feet away.
How electric is he? And now he's got 3 bags in, what, the last 24 hours for David Hamilton, getting a couple of starts?
He did easily beat that throw. Now infield in for Cedon. Have to make contact. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He does not. Chased a fastball off the plate and away, and that has been a huge issue for Cedon this year and in his career. I mean, if you get the back-to-back stolen bases, Cedon has been one of the great Red Sox hitters with runners in scoring position this season, but that's a spot where you don't need to do a whole lot. Almost anything in play is going to score Hamilton. All right, now here is Duran trying to pick him up. Pitch. He is low and in a fastball. I mean, you got a left-handed hitter at the plate. Ryan is definitely going from the stretch, because if he were to wind up here, you might see Hamilton try to match Duran with a steal of home. 2 down, tie game in the 5th. Pitch is low. Good take on a fastball. 2-0.
Yeah, real good take there from Jarren Duran, who was kind of geared up for it in a 1-0 count.
Two balls, no strikes. Duran has been red hot. Pitch. Swinging a high fly into left center field. Buxton, though, gliding back onto the warning track, is there. Make the play. Inning over. Couple steals from Hamilton after a bunt base hit. But he is stranded. Now the Red Sox go to the 6th inning, tied with the Twins at 1 on the Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place a rock.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for Shopify. Get everything you need to grow the way you want. Like, all the way. Stack more sales with the best converting checkout on the planet. Track your cha-chings from every channel, right in one spot. And turn real-time reporting into big-time opportunities. Take your business to a whole new level. Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
Some people play by the rules, but the real game changers break them. I'm Soraya, and on Rule Breakers, we're talking to the risk takers, the rebels, and the ones rewriting the playbook. Follow and listen to Rule Breakers with Soraya on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Arriba. Just in time for Cinco de Mayo, ground beef is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Get value pack 80% lean, fresh ground beef for only $2.97 a pound. Limit 2 when you use the digital coupon. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Top of the 6th inning from Fenway Park with Brayan Bell0 pitching in a 1-1 game. First pitch to Trevor Larnach is a fastball that cruises in for a strike. 1, 2, and 3 in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers, Land Rover Boston, and Land Rover Sudbury. Larnach's 0 for 2. The pitch, check swing, and Larnach did not offer on a pitch up and away, a heater at 95, and it's 1-1 from Brayan Bell0. Today's Red Sox code word of the game is 1912. Make sure to enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points. The 1-1 swing and a jam shot foul behind home plate. 1-2 on Trevor Larnach. So it's Larnach, Buxton, and Brooks Lee for Minnesota. Brayan Bell0 entered this 6th inning at 70 pitches. His 3rd start of the year. Infield plays the pull. Here's the 1-2. That's outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Red Sox baseball is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 48 years and the official truck of the Red Sox. Bell0's 2-2. Strike 3 called. Fastball at 95, knee-high, freezes Trevor Larnach, and Brayan Bell0 picks up his 4th strikeout, and there's one away in a 1-1 game in the top of the 6th. Good spot to live for Brayan Bell0, who got a strikeout to end the 5th with a 4-seamer up. He lives at the bottom of the zone here. One away, here's Byron Buxton. The first pitch fastball cruises in for strike 1 to the right-hand hitting center fielder. Buxton reached on an infield single to short in the 1st, and then he rolled out to Bregman at 3rd in the 3rd. 0-1 comes inside, and Buxton lays off. It's a ball and a strike from Brayan Bell0. 1-1 our score. Opener between the Sox and Twins. The 1-1. Swinging a ground ball towards short and past Trevor Story into left center field, the base hit. Story was deep in the hole playing Buxton to pull, and he sneaks a single through, and it's a 1-out base knock for Minnesota off Bell0 here in the 6th inning. Hey, want to win free groceries for a year and prizes like $500 in Shaw's gift cards, or your child as an honorary bat kid? Enter the Shaw's and Star Market Grand Slam Summer Sweepstakes. Spend $50, get your code, and enter. Official rules at GrandSlamSummerSweeps.com. Here's Brooks Lee, switch hitter from the left side in the first pitch. There's a fastball up and away, ball 1. Brooks Lee, former 8th overall pick. Bounced into a 5-6-3 double play in the 1st, and then he flew out to right, leading off the 4th. 1-1 our score from Fenway. Long hold for Bell0, chest high. Now the 1-0, runner bluffs, and the pitch just misses down and away. 2-0 on a sinker from Bell0 to Lee. Buxton, great speed obviously throughout his career, but hasn't run a whole lot this year. 7 stolen bases here in early May. 1 out, 1 on. Bell0's 2-0. There's a breaking ball that twists in for a strike, outer 3rd. 2-1 on Lee, who is going to be named Brock by his baseball-loving father, Larry. But Brock Lee sounds a little too close to a vegetable. Runner goes, the 2-1 is swung on and bounced right side at Hamilton. He collects near the waist and he throws to first to retire Lee. And Brooks is out number 2. With Buxton on the move, he's at second. And Bayo's got 2 away here in the top of the 6th. The bullpen report is brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Nobody stirring for the Red Sox out in right field with Bayo at 82 pitches with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Connor Wong is out to visit. David Hamilton has joined from second. Alex Bregman from third. And Romy Gonzalez, the last man to the mound, coming in from first, where he took over when Tristan Casas got injured earlier tonight. So, Bayo trying to navigate Carlos Correa now in a big spot here in the top of the 6th inning. 3rd time through the lineup for Brayan Bell0. Score tied at 1. Correa has grounded out to short and has struck out swinging. Righty against righty, man at second. First pitch is inside. Sinker drifted down and in to the 3-time All-Star Correa. In Brayan Bell0's career, he hasn't been particularly susceptible to the perils of the 3rd time through a lineup. He's been pretty sturdy. His 1-0. Correa swings, hits it sharply, but right at Hamilton at second. Down to a knee, he gloves, and he throws out Correa at first, and the inning is over. Bell0 strands Buxton at second and posts a 0 here in the top of the 6th. Still tied at 1. Red Sox and Twins on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Network.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place erupts.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
You know how you always want to know about everyone else's money? On the podcast What We Spend, guests will, for 1 week, tell us everything they spend their money on.
My son slammed $6 worth of blueberries in 5 minutes.
And everything that makes them feel.
I want to own a house. I want to have a child. But this morning, I really wanted a coffee.
Because at the end of the day, money is always about more than your balance. Listen to and follow What We Spend, an Odyssey original podcast. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Lou Merlone, and while I can tell you firsthand Ortho Laser New England healed my elbow pain, let's hear from someone more qualified on how they've redefined orthopedic care. Dr. Scott Sigmund, board-certified orthopedic surgeon and founder of Ortho Laser.
Thanks, Lou. I founded Ortho Laser to provide a safer alternative to opioids and medications using the proven healing power of laser therapy. Ortho Laser delivers painless relief without needles or side effects. Whether you're recovering from surgery, healing an injury, or managing chronic pain, our state-of-the-art laser works naturally with your body to accelerate recovery. We are surgeon-driven, patient-focused, and partnered with the top orthopedic specialists in the country. Our mission is simple: to help you move better and live your life pain-free once again.
Thanks, Dr. Sigmund. If pain is slowing you down, do what I did and relieve your pain with Ortho Laser New England. Locations in Dedham, Chelmsford, and Nashua, New Hampshire. Online at ortholaserne.com.
The Christian Arcan Show. Weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
1-1 game, bottom of the 6th. Red Sox and Twins from Fenway. First pitch to Rafael Devers is swung on and lifted to left. Larnach goes back. He looks up, and that's off the top of the wall. Devers motors around first and glides into second with a first pitch leadoff double to begin the bottom of the 6th inning. In his 3rd look at Twins right-hander Joe Ryan, Devers sprays a wall ball double to get things going for the Red Sox. With the Sox coming up 3rd time through in Herb Chambers' batting order, and now a man in scoring position for Alex Bregman, who crushed a 410-foot home run to left center back in the 1st. And then he lined out to center his next time in the 3rd. First pitch, and he swings and he fouls it back to the screen on a sinker at 93. Bregman has been scalding. We raved about his start to the season earlier. 6th in baseball in OPS coming into the weekend. Righty against righty with Raffy at second. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball hit sharply to short. Correa backhands. He looks Devers back and he throws out Bregman at first. And there's one away. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of WEEI and the Boston Red Sox. So Bregman grounds out to short. There's one away with Devers still parked at second. And here's Wilyer Abreu, who has walked and struck out. First pitch. Abreu swings and he launches it foul down the right field line. Well out in front of the sweeper at 79. And it is merely 0-1 on Wilyer. Abreu crouches down in the left-hand box, an open stance, waggles the light brown bat over the shoulder. The 0-1 drifts inside, a four-seam fastball at 94, and it's a ball and a strike on Wilyer. After Bello left a man at second in the top half of the sixth. Devers now at second. The pitch is a strike at the bottom of the zone, 93, and it's 1-2 on Wilyer Abreu. 83 pitches for Joe Ryan, who just went back to the rosin bag. Abreu taps the bat on his white cleats, readies himself back in the left-hand box. Devers leads off a second with one out here in the bottom of the sixth. The 1-2. Abreu swings and he tips it foul, and Jeffers hangs on as Abreu strikes out on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. And there's two away for the Red Sox here in the last of the sixth inning. The Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. For every strikeout from a Red Sox pitcher during the 2025 season, the Arbella Insurance Foundation donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good. So here's Trevor Story in the first pitch. It is a fastball in for strike one to Story. He has a fly out to center and a fly out to right so far tonight. Devers led off this bottom of the sixth with a wall ball double. 0-1. Swing and a foul back to the screen on 93 up. And it's 0-2 on Story. Trevor adjusts the batting gloves and he steps back toward the right-hand box. Red Sox trying to cash in here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Ryan steps off the rubber with Story granted time and patiently getting back into the box. Pinwheels the bat once, leans back, waits on the 0-2. Here it is. That's outside. A sweeper, not even close, didn't tempt Story, and it's 1-2.
Ryan's been really good. He is really good. One thing to remember about the Twins is games get shortened because Griffin Jacks and Yohan Duran are two of the best in the 8th and 9th innings.
1-2. Story swings and he lines it towards second. It's snared on a hop by Julian. Throw to first, not in time. Story beats it out on a bullet that Julian somehow snared on a hop. Devers advances to third. Story legged it out. And it's first and third for the Red Sox in a 1-1 game with 2 outs in the sixth.
That's just an awesome play. I mean, he absolutely, of course, saves a run. He almost got Trevor. Great foot speed. Trevor smelled hit all the way. Twins will send the pitching coach to the mound. It, I think, mostly give Ryan a little bit of a break. The bullpen just kind of getting up to stretch a little bit.
Trevor, as he came across the first base bag, was signaling himself, spreading his arms wide, calling it himself as he legged it out on a hard hit ball at 101 miles an hour off of his bat to Julian.
It's been a fight for Trevor. I mean, the first couple of weeks this offense was really humming because they had depth left, right, and Trevor was a huge part of that. But look, he can help this team in so many other ways, even if he's not hitting line drives all over the place. He's shown it defensively tonight. After the meeting adjourns, what a spot here for Romy, sort of ambushed into the game with a Casas injury.
Took over to run for Casas, who got stretchered off after he was running toward and lunging for the first base bag back in the second. Gonzalez then struck out swinging here against Ryan to end the fourth and gets another look right on right in a major spot in the 6th inning. Devers is at third. Story is at first with the score tied at 1. Gonzalez has fared all right against righties in a small sample size this season. Ryan sets. A long hold and the first pitch. Gonzalez takes down and away with a slider to start 1-0. Romy hadn't played a whole lot recently in the Toronto series. He only came off the bench in the 8th inning Wednesday as a pinch hitter, punching out in his only AB. 2 outs, 2 on. Joe Ryan tosses over to first. And Story lunges back.
Change, Mike. Beg your pardon. I mean, with the injury to Casas, I mean, it seems like Vaughn Grissom might be up soon, but he's going to play a lot.
Starting with a big chance right here. Story and Devers aboard. Ryan sets 1-0. Swing and a miss. Gonzalez went after a 93-mile-an-hour fastball up, and it's a ball and a strike. Romy had a couple of starts in the Cleveland series. Of course, that was against the lefties that the Guardians started in Doug Nikhazy and Logan Allen. Devers at third, Story at first. The 1-1. Swing and a foul back to the screen with Story on the move.
I love him running there because if it's a bad pitch, who knows what might happen. Either Jeffers just holds it, you got 2 in scoring position, or he maybe make the mistake and you steal the run that way. That, though, 93 center cut. This is not the swing from Rafaela. That's one you want Romy to offer at.
He got a pretty good hack at it. Double barrel action is up in the Twins bullpen at right here at Fenway. 2 out, 2 on, 1-1 our score. Ryan's 1-2. Story goes swing and a miss. Strike 3. Romy Gonzalez chases a sweeper, and the Red Sox leave them at the corners here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We go to the 7th at Fenway. The Sox and Twins still tied at 1 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place a rock.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
I'm Rhett.
And I'm Link.
And we're the hosts of the podcast Ear Biscuits. We're just 2 lifelong friends who've been talking about life for a long time.
From being dads to businessmen to all the random things we experience, nothing is off limits.
And now we're talking to you. We're answering your questions, giving advice that you may or may not want to take, and listening to your hilarious stories.
So leave us a voicemail to be part of the show at
1-888-EARPOD1 on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This call to the bullpen gives you a chance to check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on the award-winning Ford SUV lineup that you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The Red Sox strand 2 in the bottom of the 6th inning, and we go to the 7th with the score still tied at 1. Brayan Bell0 back to work against Ty France, and the first pitch is cut on and missed. Good slider from Bell0 to start out France. 5, 6, and 7 for Minnesota in the Herb Chambers batting order. Bell0 rocks and the 0-1. This is outside. Herb Chambers, Bentley, Boston, Lamborghini, Boston, and Rolls-Royce Motor Cars of New England. Ty France has a fly out to left and a line out to third so far tonight. The 1-1 comes inside on the hulking right-hand hitter who backs up. 2-1. Tonight's 7th inning is sponsored by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. Call all 7s at 617-777-7777. Pitch is down from Bell0 with a sinker at 94. 3-1 the count on Ty France. Byron Buxton had a 1-out single in the 6th, but was left at second. 3-1. And France takes a slider, 3-1 for a land strike from Bello, and it's a full count. We're talking about no fastball counts anymore with Will earlier. And Bello snaps off the 3-1 slider to France, who is leading off here in the top of the 7th with the score tied at 1. Bello steps off, and Connor Wong jogs out to the mound for a visit. Gives us a chance to check in on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. The Orioles are up 3-0 on the Royals in the 8th inning in Baltimore. Yankees up 3-0 on the Rays in the 6th in the Bronx. 3-2. France swings and he skies it toward right center. Rafaela drifts over into the right center gap, and he reaches up with the black mitt to make a one-hand catch. And there's one away to begin the top of the 7th. Hey, stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full lineup that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Edouard Julien bats, left-hand hitter, takes a sinker down for ball 1. He's got a couple of ground outs so far. A trickler in front of home plate and a ground out to short against Bello. His 1-0 is a fastball for a strike right at the bottom of the zone from Bello. And it's 1-1 on Julien. Bello winds and fires. Swinging a tip foul off the mid of Connor Wong. Straight back to the screen. And it's 1-2. Bello's up at 93 pitches now, with the bullpen stirring for the Red Sox. Bello comes set, chest high. Here's his 1-2. Swinging a foul back behind home plate again. Justin Wilson, the lefty, is up in the bullpen throwing for the Red Sox. Veteran is getting loose, with Bello creeping toward 100 pitches in his 3rd start of the season. Another 1-2 on a pitch away. Julien was able to hold off. The changeup outside missed. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Red Sox and Twins tied at 1. With Will Fleming, Mike Monaco with you from Fenway. Bello lifts the front leg. 2-2 is up and away. Fastball missed, and now it's a full count to a 2nd straight hitter from Bello to begin this top of the 7th. Julien climbs back into the left-hand box, gripping the 2-tone bat above the left shoulder. Bello winds. 3-2 is down and away, ball 4. A changeup on a 3-2 offering from Brayan Bell0, who issues his first walk of the night. And a 1-out base runner is on for Minnesota in a 1-1 game here in the top of the 7th. So Bello's at 97 pitches. You got a right-hand hitter here, switch hitter on deck, and then another righty, as this is 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup. Here's Ryan Jeffers, first pitch, and Jeffers takes a fastball, called a strike, looked to be away. Bello will take it, and it's 0-1. Jeffers hit a pull-side home run back in the 3rd, leading off the inning, and then he grounded out to short his next time in the 5th. The pitch is a fastball, called the ball this time, similar spot, 96 away, and it's 1-1 on the Twins catcher. So Brayan Bell0 about to throw his 100th pitch of the evening. 1-1 hour score in the 7th. Bello holds the pitch. Swing and a miss. It drops Jeffers to a knee on 93, up and in. And it's 1-2 from Brayan Bell0. Bell0 holds the ball behind the right hip. Brings it into the light brown glove. Peers at first. Kicks and fires. That's up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ryan Jeffers. Bell0, of course, his late start to the season as he ramped up from the shoulder soreness that he had felt working out in the Dominican Republic before arriving in Fort Myers. Start number 3 tonight. 2-2. That is strike 3 called. A sinker near the bottom of the zone for Brayan Bell0, who gets a massive strikeout here in the 7th for out number 2, and that will end Bell0's night. Jeffers thought it was down. Bell0 will take it, and Alex Cora strides out, claps his hands, and takes the baseball from Brayan Bell0. Cora gives him a pat on the hat, and Bell0 departs after 6 2/3 innings of 1-run ball. Still responsible for Julian aboard here in the 7th. Justin Wilson will come on in a 1-1 game with 2 outs in the top of the 7th on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
During this call to the bullpen, your New England Ford dealers remind you that this is the perfect time to check out all their great Ford truck offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on Ford F-150, built Ford tough and smarter than ever. The legendary Super Duty, our most capable heavy-duty pickup, and the turbocharged Ranger, ready for your next adventure. Visit buyfordnow.com and see why now's the time to buy or lease your new Ford truck.
Do you suffer from projectile dysfunction? That's when there's something stuck in your drains and pipes causing a backup. It can happen to the best of us, and Drains by James can get you unclogged and feeling free again. Projectile dysfunction can be serious if not treated right away. It will impact things at home, and you'll wonder why you didn't take care of it sooner. Go to drainsbyjames.com. Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes.
Back at Fenway, Justin Wilson coming on, and let's pause for station identification on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
We only say it a minimum of 20 times a game, Will.
Moik Meineko.
So that is Justin Wilson, very clearly, who comes on, the 37-year-old left-hander for his 12th outing of the season, sporting a 4.15 ERA in 8 2/3 innings. Last time out for him was Saturday in Cleveland. He worked a scoreless frame in the second game of the doubleheader. He enters here for Brayan Bell0 with the score tied at 1 in the top of the 7th from Fenway. Julien is the runner at first with 2 outs after Bell0 just ended his night with a strikeout. We'll get a pinch hitter here, Jonah Bride from the right side against Wilson. First pitch is inside, ball 1 with a fastball to Bride, who is pinch hitting for the switch hitter Mickey Gasper. Jonah Bride has looked pretty good since coming over in a trade from Miami last month. He had been DFA'd. 1-0, runner goes. The pitch is a ball. Wong's throw is not in time, but a slide past the bag, and Hamilton applies the tag on Julien. The Red Sox will take it. The inning is over as Julien had swiped second, but his slide took him too far past the bag, feet first. Hamilton applies the tag, and the inning is over. We hit the stretch at Fenway. Score still tied at 1 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place a rock.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Set yourself up for success. Their locally owned Benjamin Moore store proudly serves the New England area with more than just paint. They're here to support you and help you find everything you need to bring your projects to life. From expert advice to premium products, they'll help you every step of the way. Enjoy exceptional service and explore a selection of beautiful paint colors designed for lasting results. Visit the paint shops today and experience the difference that Benjamin Moore's quality products and personalized guidance can make.
Hey there, I'm Kendra Adachi, and my show, The Lazy Genius Podcast, helps you be a genius about the things that matter and lazy about the things that don't, and you get to decide what matters. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to give you a new way to see. Episodes of the Lazy Genius podcast are full of compassionate time management tips and permission slips to do what makes sense for you. New episodes drop every Monday. Follow and listen to the Lazy Genius podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hurry into the 99 restaurant this Friday through Sunday for their double bonus card special. For every $25 you purchase in gift cards, receive 2 $5 bonus cards. Offer valid in restaurant for this weekend only. You gotta love the nines.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Bottom of the 7th at Fenway. Connor Wong just took a ball upstairs and now swings at the 1-0 and grounds it into center field, a base hit. In a 1-1 ball game, Connor Wong is aboard to begin the bottom of the 7th off the new reliever for Minnesota, Louis Varland, a converted starter, already making his 17th outing of the season. So Connor Wong is aboard after the Red Sox got some gifts there in the last half inning. A couple of strike calls that helped Brayan Bell0, and then the bat slide from Eddie Julian. Here's David Hamilton. First pitch, he squares and pulls back and takes a called strike at 97 from Varland. Brooks Lee, the third baseman, was expecting it. He is well in on the grass at third. Wong leads off of first. Here's the pitch. Hamilton swings and he grounds it into left field, a base hit. Past Lee, who was drawn in, and Cora, who was up the middle. So it's back-to-back singles for the Sox to begin the bottom of the 7th, and they are in business in a 1-1 game.
Well, here we go. The Red Sox many times this year have empowered Cedon to try to do whatever he can to get the runners over. This, to me, screams bunt for the 9-hole hitter.
Cedon has batted twice already and has struck out swinging both times. Corners are in. Here's the first pitch. Rafaela squares, gets it down, back to the mound. Varland fields and throws out Rafaela, who does his job. Wong moves to third. Hamilton's up to second, and Rafaela executes the sac bunt to put 2 in scoring position.
Absolutely beautiful. Now, they do have a left-hander, which is Danny Coulombe, in the bullpen. I'm sure they'll bring him in for Duran and then Devers. But that's not a surprise to Alex Cora. I mean, a lot of times you might be sort of discouraged from bunting when you think you're not looking forward to the matchup that's coming. Not the case here. They'll take Duran against Coulombe with second and third.
It'll be left on left for Jarren Duran in a 1-1 game in the bottom of the 7th when we come back to Fenway on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
This call to the bullpen gives you a chance to check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on the award-winning Ford SUV lineup that you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Fenway Park in the bottom of the 7th where the Red Sox are threatening. 1-1 our score, Sox and Twins. And the Red Sox have them at second and third. 1 out and Jarren Duran ready to climb in.
Attention, please.
Hey, a little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Danny Coulombe enters for the Twins, and he has been downright filthy so far this season. The veteran lefty in 13 appearances has worked 11 2/3 without giving up a run. He's only yielded 4 hits. He's only walked 1, and he has punched out 10. He will face Jarren Duran left on left. Jarren is 0 for 3 with a couple of flyouts to left and with a line out to center. Connor Wong's at third. He singled. David Hamilton is at second. He singled. The infield is in for the Twins. Coulombe sets waist high, and the first pitch. Durant swings and misses on a sweeper that backed up in, and it's 0-1. Big spot for the Red Sox. Trying to cash in with runners in scoring position. They've had chances the last few innings. Coulombe sets waist high, the 0-1. Durant swings and misses, this time on a fastball north of the zone, and it's quickly 0-2.
Kind of a four-pitch mix from Coulombe. You don't see a lot of lefties who throw cutters, sinkers, sweeper, and four-seam. Jaron, 11 for 45 against lefties this year.
He's got runners at second and third. He's not had a lot of pop in that left-on-left sample size this year. 0-2. Durant takes down and away. That was the cutter from Coulombe. Jeffers blocked it with Wong at third, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Jaron has been rolling recently, entering this weekend over his last 5 games, 11 for 24. We gushed about his numbers earlier. Coulombe's 1-2. Durant swings and bounces it in front of home plate up the first base line, foul. And it remains 1-2 on Jaron. The Red Sox got a run in the bottom of the first on a blast from Alex Bregman, but they have not scored since. They faced the starter Joe Ryan, who's had a very nice start to his season for Minnesota. Varland came on, gave up a couple of hits to begin this inning, and now Danny Coulombe. Durant pinwheels the bat, holds it over the left shoulder, second and third. 1-2. Durant swings and he bounces it foul up the first base line. That was a curveball from Danny Coulombe. Coulombe, the 35-year-old, who has pitched in part of 11 years in the big leagues. Entrusted with this left-on-left spot for Minnesota. 1-2. Durant swings and he fouls it back up high behind home plate, and it remains 1-2. Raffy's on deck. Bregman behind Devers. Red Sox off the disappointment of a couple of blown bullpen outings the last 2 days in Toronto. A chance to grab the lead here at Fenway. 2 on, 1 out, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jarren Durant chases the cutter, darting down and away, and he strikes out for the second out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And it brings up Raffy. 1 for 3 tonight, a strikeout, a flyout to left, and a wall ball double the opposite way in the 6th inning. Wong and Hamilton aboard. Coulombe's first pitch. Devers takes down and away on a 4-seamer wide to start. Raffy has looked good recently. Can he come through here for the Sox? Coulombe off the third base side of the rubber, lifts and fires. Devers swings and he fouls it back. He got jammed on a sinker in, and it's a ball and a strike. Devers has really scuffled this year against left-handed pitching. Only 9 for 41 coming into tonight. Second and third, the 1-1. Devers swings and he pops it foul behind home plate, and it's 1-2.
That's the one right there, where if he shortens his swing like he so often does when hot and in this ballpark, that thing is off the green, but sort of pulled off it a little bit.
Red Sox got a leadoff double in the 6th. They got 2 singles to begin this inning here in the 7th. But now 2 outs in a 1-1 game, and the 1-2. Devers takes high. Laid off the fastball up. 2-2 the count.
Alex Cora has talked so much about how he has some hesitation some days about putting Duran and Devers back-to-back at the top of the... This exact spot is why he feels that way.
Against a very good left-handed reliever. 2 on, 2 out, 2-2. Devers swings, hooks it on the ground to second, and it goes off Julian's men into short right. Wong is in to score. Hamilton right behind him, headlong. And the Red Sox score 2 and grab the lead in the 7th.
That should absolutely be a hit. That thing was torched off the bat of Devers. Superstar delivers. Boy, did they need that hit.
Devers took the off-speed out of the zone down, and he hit it, like you said, 103 off the bat to the pull side, and Devers does deliver and drives in 2. Now Alex Bregman, as Coulombe steps off the mound.
Well, I'm a little bit surprised that Rocco didn't have a right-hander immediately ready behind, because this is an awesome matchup for Bregman.
Facing the lefty, Danny Coulombe, with the Red Sox now up 3-1. First pitch, Bregman swings and he fouls it off right at home plate. Alex homered in the first to left center, 410 feet. And then he lined out to center in the third before he grounded out to short his last time in the 6th. So the Red Sox do cash in, get that hit with runners in scoring position, and they've got the lead. Coulombe's 0-1. Bregman swings and he dribbles another one foul right at home plate. 0-2. Boy, the Red Sox needed that. They've had those types of swings from the likes of Bregman, who, for instance, yesterday came through with the bases loaded in the 5th inning against the Blue Jays. A night later in the 7th, it's Devers to give the Red Sox a 2-run lead. He's at first with 2 outs, 0-2. Bregman takes high, a ball and 2 strikes from Coulombe. On what has been an emotional night, no doubt, in that first base Red Sox dugout, with Tristan Casas leaving on a stretcher due to injury back in the 2nd. Coulombe's 1-2. Bregman swings and he hooks one fair down the line at third. Karams off the sidewall into left center. Correa, the shortstop, races out to it. Devers stops at third. Bregman's at second with a double. And Bregman does cash in against the lefty Coulombe, who remained in. And the Red Sox have him at second and third here in the 7th. Alex Bregman stayed back on the curveball, and he laced it hard hit fair behind the third base bag.
Just unreal. 21 extra base hits now. Most in the AL.
He is freakish right now. Now second and third for Willier. Stays in for the left on left. First pitch is up and away. Ball 1 from Danny Coulombe. Red Sox 3, Twins 1 in the bottom of the 7th. 4 hits in this inning for the Red Sox. Coulombe's 1-0. Swing and a pop-up behind the second base bag. Correa, the shortstop, backpedals onto the outfield grass, and he makes the one-hand catch to end the inning. But Rafael Devers comes through for the Red Sox with a 2-run single to the pull side. And after 7 at Fenway, the Red Sox have a 3-1 lead on Minnesota on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place erupts.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Se você tem mais de 55 anos ou vive com uma deficiência, o Centro de Recursos para o Envelhecimento e Deficiência de Rhode Island, ou ADRC, é o seu ponto de apoio. Receba orientação grátis de cuidados de longo prazo, como Medicare, habitação e muito mais. Disque 401-462-4444 para falar com ADRC ou busque RADRC online. Isso é um serviço do Escritório de Envelhecimento Saudável de Rhode Island.
On May 9th, recruitment to Shadow Force came with one rule. No one leaves.
We protect our son, no matter what.
Kerry Washington, Omar Sy. Shadow Force, rated R, only in theaters May 9th.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Greg Weissert is on for the top of the 8th inning. 3-1 Red Sox. Big swing of the bat by Raffy. Weissert throws, and Jonah Bride, the first hitter, takes a strike. Sinker, 0-1. Weissert's been brilliant. He's not pitched a whole lot lately. Came one of the Saturday doubleheader in Cleveland. Brilliant production from him. 0-1. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He sawed him off a little bit with a changeup. Not looking for that at all. And it's 0-2. This pitching change and slow down in action brought to you by Iservay. A fun bottom of the 7th that was for the Red Sox. So many contributors. 0-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He blew him away with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. And there's one away. Connor Wong leads it off with a hit, and then David Hamilton rips one the other way. The Red Sox asked Rafaela to bunt. He did so beautifully, and then after Duran strikes out, that was just a big-time swing from Devers.
Much needed in just about every way for this team.
And now another late-inning lead for the bullpen. One down. Here's Harrison Bader. Weissert throws, and a slider on the inside corner for strike one. 13 games for Greg. 3 earned runs in his last 7 appearances. 0-1. Pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Like so many relievers, his baseball card numbers can be inflated by one outing. In a lot of ways, that's the case with the one bad one here against the Chicago White Sox. They gave up the big blast to Luis Robert Jr. One out, base is empty. Pitch. Little low with a good sweeper. And it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Last time out for Weissert was Saturday in Cleveland. 4 up, 4 down, just 12 pitches across the 6th and the 7th in that eventual 1-run loss.
But he's on. He can be so good. The 1-2. Strike 3 called. Speaking of, fastball at 95. And they're 2 away.
Yeah, I know it's the bottom of the order, but he got some really ugly swings from Jonah Bride, and then Bader just frozen, looking for something else there than the heater in a 2-strike count. And Weissert has come in and done his job here against these first 2.
With Aroldis Chapman up in the Red Sox bullpen. 2 down, top 8. Red Sox lead 3-1. Pitch is low. Arriba, just in time for Cinco de Mayo. Ground beef is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Value pack 80% lean fresh ground beef for $2.97 a pound. Limit 2 when you use the digital coupon. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox radio network. Oh, misses outside. A change-up, ball 2.
That was supposed to be my read last half inning. And I dropped the ball. I got too excited with the proceedings.
I would say that, the go-ahead hit is just a hair more important. The 2-0 is ripped on a line over the leap of Hamilton into right field. Rafaela races to his left and cuts it off from going in the gap. I mean, that is true athleticism on display on both fronts. It ends up being a 2-out hit for Trevor Larnach, but Hamilton almost went up the ladder and made that play.
His jump was crazy. It was almost like while he was in the air, he was able to somehow reload and get even higher. And then you're right, 2-pronged, because Rafaela got a great jump himself to run that down and keep it to a single.
Trevor Story, one of the few people on earth who knows what it feels like to jump that high. Here now, Byron Buxton is the tying run. The pitch is a strike. The Red Sox have been burned the last couple of nights in spots like this against the big hitters late in games. Leaning on Weissert here. way over to pull on the infield for this right-handed hitter. 0-1 pitch. That is high. Fastball. And it is 1-1.
It's about two-strike execution. That's what Justin Slayton himself talked about after the outing last night after giving up the 3-run shot to Vladdy.
1-1. Pitch. Fouled off. Buxton. Fastball just off the plate. Did not lay off, and it's 1-2. Byron Buxton is one of the great what-if players of his generation. What if he had been able to stay healthy for all of these years? Utterly freakish talent. He's got 6 homers this year. 1-2. Strike 3. Bottom of the zone. Beautiful changeup. Weissert freezes him. And the Red Sox will go to the bottom of the 8th inning, leading the Twins 3-1 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place erupts.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Some people follow the rules, I break them. I'm Soraya, and on Rule Breakers, we talk to the rebels who do things their way. Listen to Rule Breakers with Soraya on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacin-capted Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
At the moment, those words ring true as Trevor Story stands in and leads off in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Twins go yet again to their bullpen. Right-hander Jorge Alcala, the pitch to Trevor, is a strike on the inside corner. Trevor had an infield hit back in the 6th inning. Hit a hot shot to the second baseman, Julien, the 0-1. Up and in. Edouard Julien, one of those names that I just have so much fun saying. I never just call him Edouard Julien or Julien. They're always a little Julien. 1-1. The pitch is a ground ball up the middle. Julien dives. He can't get there. It's into the outfield for a leadoff hit.
Now, some call him Eddie. I think you're shortchanging yourself if you call him Eddie when you've got the first name like that.
Yeah, because you get the double benefit, right? Edouard Julien.
How's your
hockey
French
guy now? Awful. Non-existent.
Your Spanish is incredible. We know that.
I will say Spanish more useful in baseball. Francois. Francais, I guess it is. Whatever. You're the hockey guy. Here's Romy Gonzalez. Trevor runs. Pitch low. No chance. No throw. Head first slide.
Headed up to Toronto next week, where you guys were, where I was this morning, too. We were flying out of there.
So you go Edmonton to Toronto to come here?
Yeah, something like that. full frisk at Pearson this morning? Who needs that?
No one. You've been all over the place. So you'll have the Leafs in their next round as Romy drives one down the right side, and it is a fair ball off the wall. Trevor is going to come home and score. Romy into second base with a double. My homie scores Story, and it's 4-1 Red Sox. That almost got out. I mean, that was past the pesky pole where it angles out toward the corner. I want to see another replay. That missed by feet.
I'm with you. That was not far off at all, and it was a line drive swing that just kept tailing. And, 2 feet, maybe, from being out to the left of the pesky pole.
A little Arbella insurance. He's running his Romy, and he's in there like a bullet train. No throw. They're running wild on Ryan Jeffers. Alex Cora giggling in the dugout. I mean, Story easily stole a bag. Hamilton, the same story, twice 2 innings ago. And now Romy at third. They bring the infield in. 0-1. Connor Wong, the batter, the pitch. A little high with a fastball, 1-1.
You know he just loves this. Like, he's been talking about the athleticism, the way the game has been trending the last few years for a while, and he sees this stuff, and you know it makes his heart full.
Well, and it just puts so much pressure on pitchers. 1-1. Strike on the outside corner, sinker. And it is 1-2. Alcala has not pitched well for the Twins. This is his 12th outing. He came in with a 7.94 ERA. 1-2. Pitch outside. Look, the Red Sox lead the world in 3-run homers. That's been nice to watch. And obviously, Earl Weaver specials are fun. 12 3-run homers. But this speed is relentless and more sustainable. 2-2. Pitch is swung on and missed, and Wong is gone. At last, that's the first out for Alcala and the Twins here in the 8th. And with Casas down, Romy's going to see a lot more of the field, and that speed, that running is going to be such a huge part of his game. The base paths will no longer be clogged. So here's David Hamilton with an infield in for the Twins. Now Liam Hendricks gets up in case this thing gets out of hand. Romy came home as Hamilton bluffed a bunt. Twins thinking safety squeeze defense there, but David took a strike, and it's 0-1. 4-1 Red Sox. Alcala throws. Hamilton takes a ball. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan Postgame Show. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full lineup. Put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today. Romy leading at third, the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Change up. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. So you'll have the Leafs and the Florida Panthers.
How about that? Matthew Tkachuk was able to come back in round 1.
I'm sure they'll love him up in Ontario. Very warm reception.
Yeah, no doubt. What's your Capitals confidence level against Carolina?
Very high. And everybody talks about the Canes penalty kill and how gritty and tough they are. 1-2 to Hammy. Romy leading at third. The pitch is high in the air into left field. This thing is crushed. It's at the track, and it is off the green. Coming home to score is Romy. Hammy into second base. It's an RBI double, and the Red Sox are rolling. They lead it 5-1.
Man, it's so appetizing when you see the way that David Hamilton can impact games, and we've seen it now 2 nights in a row in a real variety of ways. I mean, there's so much to like when, like you were saying with Alex Cora, whose message to Hammy was, be yourself.
His own self is a great player. Here's Cedar Rafaela. Hamilton might be thinking about it, and Alcala spins without anybody at the base and throws to second. He's out of sorts right now.
That does not inspire confidence, and if I'm David Hamilton, if I'm Alex Cora, I'm seeing green here.
I think he's definitely going. Hamilton's 3rd hit, Red Sox 5th double. The pitch is swung on a miss. Cedon took a huge rip there. And it is 0-1. I lent them one. It's their fourth two-base hit. Fifth extra base hit with the Bregman homer. 0-1. Dancing around, not going, and Cedon pops it up. Shallow center field. Buxton's going to come on. And Korn makes the play. And they're 2 away. Hamilton can be such an enticing player. And again, as both Roman Anthony and Marcelo Meyer thrive down at AAA, they are some of the elite prospects in the game. Hamilton, Refsnyder, Gonzalez, they're the reasons they're not automatically here.
They've carved out their roles over these last few seasons in different ways. And they're valuable pieces on this team. And they give a lot of flexibility to Alex Cora.
Here's Duran. Pitch. He is a strike. And in some ways, Hamilton is the most intriguing of all of them because he can play a great second base defense. He flies all over the place. And he's got power. 0-1. Pitch to Duran. Hard on the ground on the right side into the outfield. That's a base hit, and Hamilton can moonwalk home if he wants. It's a base hit for Duran, and they are pouring it on. The Red Sox lead 6-1.
That's 8 hits from the Red Sox in the last 2 innings. They had those singles from Wong and Hamilton to begin the 7th. Devers delivered, Bregman doubled, and now single, double, RBI double, and run-scoring single. This last one from Jarren Duran here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
And that'll bring out the Twin pitching coach. Sox send at least 7 to the plate in this inning. Red Sox now with 6 runs, 12 hits, and an error. The Twins 1 run, 5 hits, and error. The updated box score brought to you by the Mass Lottery, who celebrate the game we love, from the baseball diamond to the lottery games that support all our 351 cities and towns. The Mass Lottery, welcome to the state of winning.
You love the trickle down too. Like, you can avoid Chapman here most likely.
Yep.
6-1, and you want to get a lot of these bats feeling good as well, and a lot of different guys have contributed over the course of tonight.
Well, and this is where it's a feeding frenzy, because now Devers comes up with 2 on and 2 out. Jarren might think about it here. I'd be less inclined as Devers swings and misses, looking to hit one to Cambridge. Big swing of a fastball, and it's 0-1. By the way, that pushes Jarren's on-base streak to 18 games. Devers, this just feels like such a good matchup for him. 0-1. Throw to first. And because of that, I know the Red Sox have run wild. Jeffers has been hesitant to throw, and both Romy and Hamilton timed him up, but I would leave Devers alone here. Let him swing the bat. 2-strike count, different story. 0-1. Pitch. He is outside. I guess the minor counter to that is that sometimes in this kind of a situation, there's like a blood in the water component to it, where you just keep going. Foot to the accelerator. 1-1. Not going the pitch. Swinging a high pop foul on the third base side. So now, I think Duran might think about it a little more over at first.
Yeah, why not? 2-strike count, 2 outs. Devers not in an advantageous count here.
Raffy, wall ball doubled. It almost got out in the hard single that changed the game his last time. 2-run hit in the 7th. Now it is 6-1 Boston. 1-2. He runs the pitch. Swinging a high pop foul on the third base side. So all around, just really good, smart baseball for these Red Sox tonight. If they see an opening, they burst through it. Attendance report brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. If you're craving some crunch, get fresh hand-breaded chicken tenders or a crispy chicken sandwich. Spiced just right here in the ballpark. 1-2 to Raffy. Duran going again. The pitch is ripped up the middle into center field. This could get fun. Duran is around second. He's coming for third, and he's gonna be waved home. Relay throw from Correa, not in time. Head first slide. Duran Duran scores from first, and it is 7-1 Red Sox. That was really, really close. The Twins have no choice but to look, and they will.
How fun is this? I mean, regardless of what this review ends up declaring, and it is very close at home. I mean, you said it, smell blood in the water and just go and see what you can do with this team. And it really gets fun with Devers up in that spot and Duran on the move from first. And he had a little hesitation going around third, waiting on the signal there from Kyle Hudson.
That last replay does not look good. I think they might have gotten him on the armpit just before the fingers touched the plate. The Twins are running off the field. I love Kyle Hudson. He was running about halfway down the line with Duran just to give him every chance he could. Here comes the call.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Minnesota retains.
Safe out, who cares? That was fun. Red Sox will have one run peeled off the board, so they lead 6-1, but they invoked a lot of chaos in that frame. To the ninth inning we go. And I think it's going to be Liam Hendriks to try to get the last 3 outs of the ballgame in the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place is rough.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
There are parts, and then there are B-Pro Auto Parts. Parts built for every vehicle. Parts built to fit and function. Parts that are refining how we drive and redefining the category. Because every vehicle is a sum of its parts. So do yourself a favor and put B-Pro Auto Parts on the vehicles you service. Parts now, parts into the future. Welcome to the new aftermarket.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this.
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
Hi, this is Blank. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox. Wee-I. Do you think they get pissed if I said that, or do you think they'd embrace it? Hi, this is Liam Hendriks. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox. Wee-I.
So perfect as Liam comes on to try to get the last 3 outs of this one. 6-1. Brooks Lee will bat left against Liam. And an exciting night at Fenway Park, other than one big downer in the injury to Tristan Casas. The pitch to Lee is strike on the outside corner. Liam, after giving up a homer in his debut here to Andrew Vaughn, has really settled in. Last 2 scoreless. Putting Sunday in Cleveland. The 0-1 pitch. High fly into left field. Back into his right. Duran will give up on it as it clangs off the Mason side. A bare hand play by Duran. 1-hop throw to second. And a leadoff hit in the top of the 9th inning.
I mean, Duran has showed tonight his comfort playing in left field. He's had a couple of bare hand plays off the wall. He had the leaping catch at the wall. He had the diving catch going up against the side wall. Toward the left field line, he's looked really sharp out there.
Which in this ballpark is so valuable, and which is also why Alex Cora likes having Campbell go out to center field when they want to give Cedon a day, as Carlos Correa digs in, takes a slider outside for ball 1. So Hendriks will see Lee, Correa, and France. I'd really like to save Chapman, but Alex, given the meltdowns the last couple of days, will not be shy to get him up. Things get a little hairy as a fly ball foul off the bat of Correa. And a play, and it's 1-1. Correa is 0 for 3. Sox have done a really nice job against the middle of the Twins' order in this game. Before that double from Lee, the 3, 4, 5 hitters were 0 for 9. Part of that was a brilliant diving play by Duran as Correa takes a fastball in the inside corner. It is 1-2. This is an extra special outing for Liam. He faced him a lot when he was with the White Sox, but Twins are the team that gave Liam his chance. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him slider. There's one out in the ninth.
That was sword-ish, as the pitching ninja would say. I mean, that was a really good-looking slider from Liam Hendricks, just darting down and away. And Red Sox bullpen is generating some very uncomfortable swings here the last few innings from the Twins.
So what would that be, like a dagger?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Here now, Ty France. Liam broke into the big leagues 14 seasons ago with the Twins. Slider misses outside to France. 1-0. It's 6-1 Red Sox in the top of the ninth. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line. Put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. NissanUSA.com. 1-0 outside. Slider ball 2.
Can you handwrite dagger onto your scorecard?
Yeah.
I was stunned to see that you're not with the tablet anymore.
I'm not happy about it.
I'm a little
floored. The whole
floored.
thing totally dialed in. It fried in Toronto. We're working on it. 2-0. He has a strike on the outside corner. We're dead set split between seeing if they can repair the thing or just sort of admitting that it's time to move to the next generation.
When you say Toronto, like this just happened.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear it. I'm sorry for your loss.
2-1 pitch. Could end the game. A double play ball to short. Storty second for 1. Hamilton to first. 2. Ball game over. Red Sox win the opener from the Twins 6-1. Another Bregman homer. A great start from Bello. Big swing from Devers in the bullpen. Locked it down. 6-1 the final. Welcome home. Nissan postgame shows next on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Yo, this is Flavor Flav, and I am coming at you with one of my flavor faves, Raising Cane's. Those hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce hit hard and gets your boy feeling right every time, just in time. Know what I mean? So when you're looking for flavor fast, order in a flash, online or on their app. Yeah, boy, Raising Cane's. One love.
Unparalleled performance, innovative technology, premium aesthetics. TimberTech Decking at Riverhead Building Supply brings you all that and more. TimberTech endures year after year without fading, staining, or rotting. Learn more at rbscorp.com.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place a rock.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Help Blue Buffalo and Best Friends Animal Society find forever homes for shelter pets. When you buy select bags of Blue Tastefuls, Blue Life Protection Formula, and Blue Nudges dog treats from Walmart, Blue Buffalo will make a donation to Best Friends. Purchase Blue Buffalo at Walmart today. Blue Buffalo will donate 50 cents up to $550,000 to Best Friends Animal Society for every 5-pound bag of Blue Tastefuls dry cat food or Blue Life Protection Formula dry dog food, and for every 16-ounce bag of Nudges dog treats purchased at Walmart from April 1st to May 25th, 2025.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. This is the Nissan Postgame Show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Red Sox did a little bit of everything here tonight. They beat the Minnesota Twins 6-1. 6 runs, 13 hits, an error, and 8 left for the Sox. 1-6, 1-4 for the Twins. It took 2 hours and 29 minutes to play in front of a crowd of 35,914. They got treated to a show tonight. Of course, remiss to not mention that Tristan Casas left the game with an apparently very serious injury. He was stretchered off and immediately taken to a local hospital. So everyone in that Red Sox clubhouse, I'm certain, is thinking about Casas here tonight. And there's a lot of good to get into with this game, Mike, but that is, in a lot of ways, the lead story of the ballgame.
I think it is the lead story for sure. It just really tough to watch, honestly, the way he went down and then the way he didn't move. And the look on his face, too, I think that'll stick with you. You mentioned it, Byron Buxton's reaction to it in center field, a guy who has gone through so much in terms of injuries himself in his career. He seemed to know the significance of it right away. And so you hope for some measure of good news, relatively speaking, whatever that looks like. We'll all obviously wait and get an update on Tristan Casas, but yeah, that does hang over tonight.
Athletes can get spooked by injuries. I mean, there's a pain, there's a fear. But the flip side of that is that thing looked like something felt in his head like it totally blew up on him. He was just motionless on the ground, and his face was utterly stone cold emotionless. It felt like he was contemplating what his body was telling him, and it was not a good message.
That, and then the fact that he grabbed right to his left knee immediately as he kind of tripped up and was lunging for the bag and, lost in it again. It was an excuse me check swing roller.
Yep.
And then him lunging toward the bag, just, man, like it's unfortunate that it goes down that way.
See how the Red Sox figured that out. I mean, Vaughn Grissom's been playing down to AAA. Romy Gonzalez had a big part in this sort of roaring win in the end, as did David Hamilton. We'll hope to chat with him in just a moment. First, the McFarland Energy play of the game. Upgrade your air conditioning system before the summer rush at McFarlandEnergy.com. The Red Sox in the 7th inning got hits from Wong and Hamilton. Then Cedon laid down a beautiful bunt, just deadened right down the third base line. Then Duran struck out. They leaned on their superstar to get him a big swing, and he delivered one.
2 on, 2 out, 2-2. Devers swings, hooks it on the ground to second, and it goes off Julian's mitt into short right. Wong is in to score. Hamilton right behind him, headlong, and the Red Sox score 2 and grab the lead in the 7th.
A lead they would never relinquish. They tacked on 3, almost 4 more. 6-1 the final. We'll step aside. Continue on the Nissan Postgame Show next on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You know how you always want to know about everyone else's money? Well, then listen to What We Spend. Available now on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, just in time for Cinco de Mayo, ground beef is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Hey, it's Lou. Right now, you can get value pack 80% lean fresh ground beef for only $2.97 a pound, limited to 2 when you use the digital coupon. Yeah, for tacos, nachos, and burritos, you can save on ground beef today. When you shop at the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals. You earn points on every purchase. If you're short on time, order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
Town Fair Tire is New England's largest volume discount tire dealer with over 100 locations. So we sell Michelin tires for the guaranteed lowest price. Like Michelin tires with all-season capabilities and maximum performance. Plus, Town Fair will give you more free services for life on your Michelin tires for longer tread life and reliable traction in both wet and dry conditions. For the guaranteed lowest price on Michelin tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
What is insurance?
Insurance transfers certain risks between parties.
Without insurance, the economy would really stop.
In simple terms, insurance is like community.
It's protecting every last asset that somebody has built over a lifetime.
You're in it together.
You feel supported.
From the beginning to the end. What insurance is, just taking care of people. It's definitely a way of life.
Cross Insurance. Our way of life since 1954.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Red Sox beat the Twins 6-1. We continue the Nissan postgame show. A major reason they got the win tonight. David Hamilton all over the place, hitting, running, great defense at second base. And we're going to get into all the things you did, David, to contribute to this big win. But it is sort of a bittersweet night given what happened at first base with Tristan Casas. What are you thinking? What were you thinking when you saw him crumble to the ground through that bag at first?
I mean, I don't know. It sucks to see a teammate go down, especially, having to get carted off the field. I don't know what happened to him. I mean, I hope he's okay, but it didn't look good. But prayers sent his way.
David, Mike Monaco here. For you individually, what have the last few weeks been like, and what have you been working on, maybe mechanically and also just mindset-wise? Where have you been there?
Yeah, it's been a grind a little bit. Just trying to simple some things down. Just working every day, getting in the cage early, and working on, like you said, mechanics, little things, just trying to settle down a little bit, I guess.
When you play, you deliver. We had Roger Clemens in the booth, and I know you and Cody know each other, a couple Texas Longhorns, and he talked about how, kind of in similar situations, Cody with the Phillies and you here, we've talked about, David, how hard it can be to stay locked in after the great spring. You don't play a lot. Did it help even to just play 2 games in a row? Was that like locking you in a little bit more today?
I mean, yeah, it helps for sure. I'm not really used to the role, I would say, yet. It's definitely hard, but, I'm trying my best to stay ready every time. Even when I'm not playing, going underneath and stretching and staying loose if I have to run that game. But, yeah, just trying to stay ready as best I can. You don't see live pitching every day, so timing may be a little off. But at the end of the day, man, you got to be ready to play when you're in there.
David, it's so fun watching you on the base paths. Can you just kind of take us inside how your mind works when you get aboard and you're timing up a pitcher, you're timing up a catcher, and you know all that going in? Just kind of where your head goes once you get aboard?
Sure, I'm just trying to go. First pitch if I can. If they slide step, it makes it a little bit harder. But yeah, man, I'm just trying to get a good jump. And, I'm fast, so that helps.
Yes, the understatement of the century. Last one, Hammy. It felt like there was blood in the water a little bit there on the base pass. There's momentum in the running game, too, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Even when I don't play, or, we got guys that can run. Duran, of course, Romy, Sadan, Willie, Story. I mean, we got some speed. We got some power. I feel like we're a good team.
You certainly are, and you looked it tonight. Thanks so much for taking the time, David.
Thank you.
Thanks, David.
All right, 6-1. That's the best brand of the Red Sox in a lot of ways. I mean, get the homer from Bregman, speed all over the place. That was a fun game. Again, with the huge elephant in the room, the Casas injury looms over everything. But the later innings, that was an exciting brand of baseball.
Yeah, I think you just have to kind of separate it, like the first 2 hours of the day and then the last 2 hours of the day. And again, prayers up for Tristan Casas, and you hope for the best with him. But in terms of how the game played out down the stretch, really fun to watch them playing like that. And not for nothing, too. Like, Brayan Bell0 was pretty darn good tonight, and he didn't issue that first walk until the 7th inning. And some of the relievers, not against one of the better offenses in the league, but still showed what they can do in the back end as well.
There's no doubt about that. Bell0 was excellent, and then Weissert and Hendricks slammed the door shut. Doug Lane was here in the booth with us at Fenway Park, and Joe Braverman back at WEEI. Mikey, that was fun.
Will, it's always fun. Great to be with you.
Get to do it again tomorrow.
I can't wait.
You have a 20-minute walk. I'm jealous of that, but we'll debate that tomorrow. 6-1, the Red Sox win it. Christian Arcand has got the Red Sox Nissan postgame show next on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place erupts.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Some people follow the rules, but where's the fun in that? I'm Soraya, and this is Rule Breakers, the podcast where we celebrate the rebels, the risk takers, and the ones who make their own way. Every week, I sit down with the boldest voices in sports, entertainment, and beyond to talk about breaking barriers, defying expectations, and rewriting the rules. No limits, no apologies, just real talk. Follow and listen to Rule Breakers with Soraya, an Odyssey podcast available now for free on the Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
When your boy Flavor Flav counts from 3, you're gonna go to Cane's and you're gonna order hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers. 3, 2, 1. Raising Cane's. One love.
It's Kubota Orange Days. From America's #1 selling compact tractor to zero-turn mowers and versatile RTVs, get your perfect match delivered to your door. Now through June 30th, get 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,500 off BX23S tractors. See the details at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
Dealer sets actual prices.
This is Jeffrey Glassman. For 4 generations, my family has called New England home. My grandfather taught me to always care for people and fight for what's right. At Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, that's exactly what we do. When you're hurt in a car crash, we fight big insurance companies to make sure you get the money you deserve. We care, we fight to win, and we don't get paid unless you do. Hurt? You gotta get Glassman. Call 617-777-7777.
The Christian Arcan Show. Weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You're listening to the Nissan Postgame Show. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that will put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today. Christian Arcan here with you on this Friday night as the Red Sox come away with a 6-1 win over the Twins at Fenway Park. They snap a 2-game losing skid while doing this in their first meeting of the year with the Twins, and it was a nice win all around with one major difference, and that is major negative, I should say, and that is Tristan Casas, who in the second inning of this, running out an infield grounder, crumpled in a heap at first base, was carted off the field. And we will certainly get you updated if there's any news on Casas and his situation. It was pretty ugly as he was down on the ground for a while, motionless. It was unpleasant to watch, obviously. I'm sure he was certainly going through it. And if you heard Will Fleming on the call, he said there was one point where it looked like Alex Cora was saying to Casas, "You're going to be okay." And Casas sort of snapped back at him, "No, I'm not." And we don't know exactly what the diagnosis is, and so I'm not going to presume to, but not good. Not good to see the cart come out, not good to see Casas like that. In my own personal experience of seeing athletes get injured at certain times, the ones really yelling and screaming and making a whole thing, he was at first, but by the end of it, he had this very serious look on his face, and it certainly didn't seem like it was a put on. So hopefully that whatever it is, it's not as bad as it looked, but we will get you an update on Tristan Casas as soon as we get one. He was taken to a nearby hospital after he was removed from the game. So one negative part of this, what was an overall positive night for the Red Sox, who do come away with the win, a 6-1 victory. Another home run for Alex Bregman, which means it was a good night for me, too. It means my lock hit, which we always like to see. And some nice late-inning hitting with guys like David Hamilton and Romy Gonzalez contributing in big ways, along with Rafael Devers, Jarren Duran, and Alex Bregman, the usual suspects. Red Sox improved to 18-16 with the win. They are 9-6 at Fenway Park. The Twins with the loss dropped to 13-20. They are 4-14 away from Target Field. The Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund tonight. Red Sox pitchers had 9 strikeouts. That is another $450 to the Jimmy Fund to help strike out cancer. Arbella, here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good. For every double the Red Sox hit, we donate $50 to the American Diabetes Association, brought to you in part by the Massachusetts Health Connector. If you need health insurance, go to mahealthconnector.org and find the right plan for you and your family. There were 4 doubles in the game tonight. 1 from Rafael Devers, 1 from Alex Bregman, 1 from Romy Gonzalez, and 1 from David Hamilton. All of those guys contributing greatly on offense tonight, and that brings our tally up to $950 with another $200 going from just tonight's game. And for every 4-bagger the Red Sox hit this season, Red Sox Radio Network donates $40 to Cars for Kids. We're making our donation, and you should too. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go to carsforkids.com to donate your car today. That's Cars with a K. Who else but Alex Bregman, red hot, making a case for MVP nod here as he hits his 8th home run of the season. That's $40 more headed to Cars for Kids. Still to come, we'll have the Subaru of New England post-game scoreboard. We'll have the McFarland Energy play of the game, although my good buddy Will Fleming may have spoiled it for everybody, and we'll let you know about the next game of this series as the Red Sox try and reverse a trend that they've had lately in these 3-game series where they win the first game and then lose the next 2. This is a great weekend. You're at home. Weather's supposed to be warm tomorrow, although there may be a little rain in the forecast. Doesn't matter. Don't care. It's a nice weekend to win a series. It's a nice weekend to reverse a trend that none of us have really enjoyed all that much, of them taking the first game of a series and then losing the next two, especially to an inferior team like the Minnesota Twins, which, sorry, any Twins fans listening, but you know it's true. You know what your record is. The Red Sox are better than you, and the Red Sox should prove that this weekend. And we'll discuss that, of course, with Red Sox Review on our flagship station, WEEI, after we're done here with the Nissan Postgame Show. Subaru of New England Postgame Scoreboard coming up. McFarland Energy Play of the Game. You're listening to the Nissan Postgame Show. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that will put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com today. We'll be right back.
Get your family four-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place a rock.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Thumbtack presents Project Paralysis. I was cornered.